Bro, I don't know what's going on my computer. Like, I hate Windows Update. Y'all are frozen. Y'all are frozen, and the intro didn't even play. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my god, wait, we're still frozen.
I'm watching on my phone. You guys are not frozen, but on here you are.
Oh, that's
a computer
terrible.
issue.
Yep. Sounds like you should probably just uninstall like your Windows drive. Just just delete it.
I'm gonna run a Linux. I'm just gonna make a Linux computer. I might as well just Yellow Dog Ubuntu. Just do a whole Linux build.
Just give me your dedicated WAM.
I'll just start using my server instead.
Just delete your entire control panel. Delete your app data. Just all of it. Just
I rolled back. No, I rolled back my Windows Update because I put one on a thumb drive, and it's still
delete Windows X32. Whatever people would joke with people in message forums to delete.
Like
run CMD and just delete all.
But I have treasure on this computer. I have stuff I can't talk about publicly on this computer.
Stuff that's existed, but doesn't no longer exist in the regular web.
Yes. No.
Back in the heydays.
Windows Vista on here. I'm gonna put Windows Vista Ultimate on this.
Now just go further back. Go download Windows 8. Everybody remembers that one.
The good old days.
All right. So sorry for not having a stream last week. I was actually incredibly sick. Probably one of the sickest I'd been in a while. It carried over for a good number of days. Yesterday was probably one of the better days that I've felt. Feeling much better now in comparison. But yeah, no, last week was terrible. I thought I had like strep throat, stuff like that. Then it turns out I had an ear infection, or at least some sort of ear something, because it turns out I had some blockage in the ear, and then I cleared it out, and then like my wife looked in my ear and then saw that I had like essentially blood in my ear. And the following 24 hours were terrible because almost every single sound that I heard, no matter how minuscule, sounded like nails on a chalkboard. I literally was wincing. I was like in bed, just like curled toes, curled hands, like, oh my God, every single sound was terrible. Like nothing was helping. I had to get like maximum strength, like ibuprofen, what I could get over the counter, like at midnight, all that stuff. It was bad until like my ear scabbed over. It was abysmal. So ear infections. No joke.
Were we streaming when I had mine like 2.5 years ago? No, I don't think we were doing the stream when I had the ruptured eardrum with the ear infection.
No, I don't think so.
The same thing. Like that was so I had the ear infection. There's blood. Like I have an ear irrigator now to clean my ears. My wife's like I was in wincing pain on the ground. It was just debilitating. My wife looks at me and there's blood and this and that. I'm like, I don't know what's happening. And she's like, you should probably go to the hospital. I'm like, why? She's like, it's pouring out your ear. And I'm like, oh well, maybe it's a scab or this and that. And they go and look. They're like, yeah, you have an ear infection, but like you have a ruptured eardrum, and it went into it. And I was just sitting there. I was like, how's it even possible? And then I was like, I thought I just had an ear infection. And 2 days prior, I went to like a heavy metal concert.
Oh,
because I thought it was just an ear infection. So I was like, let me put some cotton in there. So now I tell everyone, if you have ear infections, post-ear infection, get an ear irrigator. One of the water ones. That's what you need. Don't use Q-tips. Everyone, just use irrigators. No ruptured eardrums. It'll help you keep away infection, keep everything nice and clean. Proper adult purchases.
Yeah, so needless to say, that was not fun because I definitely wanted to do a post-mortem last week when it came to Gozu during the lead up to Galvan, but we got it. We'll do it this week. Do it this week anyway. We've had some time to sit on it.
We've had some time to mourn the loss of Super Sentai.
Yes, that's the big thing because yes, Sentai is completely, officially over. No more Sentai stuff. It's done.
Sentai no more.
It just doesn't exist anymore. It's in the ether. whatsoever. But yeah, before we get into all that, how are you doing, Ash?
Good. I've been very constructive. I've been like last week I managed to build it. I don't have it on me, it's downstairs, and I'm scared to bring it upstairs. But I built the entire Going Merry ship Lego set. Over 1,000 Lego pieces, and I managed to build it.
Okay. And but how long did that take?
A week, because I would do it after work. I would get home from work and just sit there for hours. So about a week.
Reminds me when I built my first, my only perfect grade Gundam. That took a week.
I followed
Now I
Ash's
just don't build
Instagram showing the process of building that set, and I was like, "That's cool." If I liked One Piece, I would have picked that up too because that looked really good.
I want to get the Pokemon ones next.
Oh, I pre-ordered it. I can't wait.
The starter
I still think they
ones?
look so ugly.
I mean,
I'm so financially irresponsible. I pre-ordered that shit the second it went live.
No, like it's too ugly. It's like not worth it.
Not ugly.
They are ugly.
I mean, that's most of those Lego sculptures that you get. Like they're really they look ugly. Yeah.
But I mean, you could spend your money however you want. I'm not.
I spend too much, actually.
Yeah, I spent enough money this past week on Uma Musume just trying to get a specific card that I finally got, so I'm good.
I got both of the new horse girls already.
I haven't gotten them yet. I only did one multi.
Accounts. Both accounts. I'm so happy.
Well, what other irresponsible thing have you spent money on, Mark?
Oh, so my SMP Time Shadow arrived that I spent way too much money on. My review video's up. I crashed out building it because it kept falling apart, and I kind of crashed out, and I had to edit out all the swearing and one slur that I said. But I only edited it out because one, it's Black History Month, and two, a lot of people don't believe me unless I show my birth certificate that it says black on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna cut that out completely because I don't want to have to show documented proof. Like I'm light skinned, but I did combine them with Time Rebel Alpha. This thing looks so good.
Nice.
It does.
Yeah. Now I just gotta wait for VREX to come out in May, which is
I want to get the SMP RV Robo or Turbo Megazord for Americans.
For those who don't know, that got announced. It looks insane. There's no release date. I don't even fuck with Turbo, but I am gonna pick that up because I do like that Robo. I am hoping that the SMP line is kind of gonna hold me like over because there's no real like the Kamen Rider toys have been just abysmal and like nothing. So now
I mean, it's the same thing over and over again, isn't it? Just with the changing stickers.
There's less stickers. It's just I have to keep buying. They count all of Zet's. They count them as 10 base forms, but I'm like, no. If you have just like gravity fists added on to a form, that's a weapon power up. That is not a whole nother base form. I'm sorry. Like Bandai and Toei, you'll lie to me. There are not 10 base forms for Zets. There are four forms. There's a base form. There's 3 other forms, and then they have weapon power ups. Don't sit here and try and tell me that there's 10 base forms in that show. Mind you, I haven't been watching the show lately, but I assume there's not 10 base forms.
I haven't been watching lately. I've not caught up.
Damn.
It's on Nox, and that was it.
Damn. Okay.
No. When he got the Kamen Rider one, not Nox.
Still, damn. That
was only like 4. Those were like 5 episodes.
You know how much has happened since then?
I know a lot. Everyone says it's gotten good.
It's gotten better. I wouldn't say good.
Like I only know what's going on from like reaction video titles. When Kesra or something posts something, and I was like, I'll catch up soon, and then I'm like, what episode are we on now? Like 20?
22.
Yeah, we're past that point.
I'm like 10.
We're pretty much at the halfway point now. I mean, the big thing that I have with the show that I'm still like not a big fan of is that they make it a habit to introduce something from, I guess, the lore and then pay it off almost instantly without any proper background or time to simmer or anything like that. They just introduce an element from like Baku's past and then instantly pay it off just to get us that brand new form. And that's essentially what we got in this episode.
The big bulky form. I saw the toy got like teased, and I was like, wait, he's big and bulky now? He ate protein and lifted weights? I was like,
and he's pulling the Yagato burning form, yes.
Yeah, I was like, that's pretty neat. I just
which
I'm
also
keeping up. How is it doing on YouTube? It's not doing good on YouTube because I haven't checked.
Well, we can check now live. You can check the metrics now live.
Well, while you're doing that, I did spend money. I already said before the stream started, I did get a pre-order that came in. Y'all know how much I love Geats, right? And I love the content that came out after the show was over. Just absolutely
love
it. And just it's so a thing. But I got my Dooms Geats. Got that Memorial Dooms Geats raise buckle. Because I mean, as much as I have problems with the show and its supplemental content and all that stuff, I can't deny good item. Especially since it's the Memorial one, so it has like no screw holes or anything like that visibly from the front. So it is nice and seamless. It's got a pretty good finish to it as well. I wish I still had batteries to put into this Desire driver because this shit dusty. And I was trying to look at the price of just getting another Desire driver just for the buckles, and I'm like, I can't find them like in stock anywhere anymore. Like, remember back in the day where you just
not even on Buy.
Just find. I haven't looked on there, but it's like most of the usual places, even like regular Amazon, it's like not a thing, or they want like 120 something bucks on Amazon for it because it's now aftermarket and not like sold directly back when they were like 50 bucks.
Your whole intro to this confused me because I knew you were being sarcastic, but at the same time you spent money. So I'm like, he's sarcastic about liking Geats, but he just spent premium Bandai money, but he doesn't love Geats, but he spent premium Bandai money. I was like,
look, Geats got me to look. It's like I have a love-hate relationship with that show because it's like obviously it's like people know the fall from grace that show had for me after the original love affair. But I mean, looking at the drivers that I got, because obviously I got several of the buckles. I got the fucking Zillion driver. I got the fucking glare shit. I got the fucking gun, the laser raise riser, and shit like that. Well, laser raise buckle. I didn't get the laser razor because tokullectibles canceled that pre-order the second I did it. They were like, you don't actually want this. But yes, so that was money that was spent, and then my Batar belt has already said that it's shipped, so I'll be getting that in next week. So I'm excited about that. And also I got water in the house again as of yesterday, so I'm finally able to take a shower at the home. I will be back on the grind on the catch-ups starting tomorrow after I hit up the gym for a long overdue workout. So yeah. So how's them Zets numbers doing?
Oh wait, I was gonna put that up. What is it? Toku Shoutsu. It's on Toku Shoutsu.
Let's see when was mine gonna get here?
They're currently airing. Alrighty, so episode 1 has had a total of 126 K views. Well, they're doing okay. Like, no, wait, they're doing average. I will say that. It's like 30,000 to 15,000 to 40,000. That's like the mark they're sitting at, like, for the past couple of months. The only episode that broke 100K was the first episode. Second episode, like 59K.
Jesus, that's a dramatic drop.
Yeah. So
I guess a lot of people were morbidly curious with the first episode, and then it's probably Power Rangers syndrome where they were like, "This looks too much like Power Rangers. Not gonna watch."
Yeah.
Nope. So,
but I like how
how's them streaming numbers for Gavon doing though? Right? Because that was gonna do something. It's not.
Ultraman Omega episode 25 got 599,000 views.
I mean, larger international audience. Plus the thing is, it's like it's not pigeonholed to a region. Like so Tokushoutsu, their videos are only available based off of the region that you're in. Because I've been.
I know. I just want to say, Ultraman, they have better thumbnails on their videos. Tokushoutsu, I don't like. Let's face it, it's a choice to have them be your streaming distributor for stuff. No shade, actually slight shade.
Shit, oh my god, the Ultraman views are fucking slapping. Ultraman Omega,
and
that was a good season.
The English channel, and I just. That's like, you figure if you have this whole, you're trying to do an international market, why there's like no presence to it. I see more stuff from content creators than I do from Tokushoutsu about this show on social media. It's like, y'all don't want to return on investment? Because I can't wait for them to announce the Blu-ray and then do a 24-hour marathon of the show. That's what's going to happen.
Apparently, episode 1 for the new Garo show has 1 million views.
See?
Wait.
I ain't blaming Toei for not. I'm blaming.
Yeah, we're already on episode 2. Episode 3 just came out, so
yeah.
Is it machine translated subs, or should I just like download?
There's actual fan sub sources for it.
Yeah, get the fan subs. They're better. I think Gavon would honestly do better than Kamen Rider if it was streaming internationally. I really do.
And then that's the funny thing about it is, like, you would have thought, and I mean, we were with the mindset of, okay, so Sentai's over, it's getting replaced with something else that doesn't have a branding licensing with Hasbro in the US, so loophole would mean that they could possibly get this thing streaming. Then we're already at episode 1 and it's not streaming.
Yeah,
no distribution whatsoever.
What they should put that up for distribution, because doesn't like the Spanish community love Metal Heroes or something like that? Or
apparently the Spanish community is getting a simulcast, or has gotten a simulcast for Gavon.
Wait, what?
Yeah, so they've got it. They're good. But English speakers, I mean, I could watch it in Spanish if I wanted to, but you know, I got to stream on Sundays with the stuff, so
yeah,
got to do it for the English audience. So it is what that is. But before diving into some other stuff, we do have a little bit of catch up. So last week we got some more pictures regarding the new Agito film, which showed us a brand new Rider, and by brand new I mean it's an old suit just been repainted. But I got really bad like Taskmaster from Black Widow vibes when I saw this, because the proportions looking kind of weird, but it's the G6.
What the fuck is this Armosaurus looking shit?
No, so essentially the suit that she's rocking is legit a repainted G4 from the Project G4 movie from Agito back in the day. But yes, so we still have the G3 and the G3X, even though it's, you know, over 20 years in the future, but yet they're only up to G6 in terms of the armor line.
Her head looks so fucking tiny in that suit. This can't be real.
It is, and that's why I said I've got like Taskmaster from Black Widow vibes with this. The second they took off the helmet and you just saw that actress's like face superimposed over actual man's body in the Taskmaster suit. Like that's what I got from this. I was like, this don't look good. But here it is in like you know full like suited up portion.
That looks okay. That looks slightly better.
Yeah.
The helmet is still G4s. They just changed up the crest up at the top, so it's not exactly the same as G4s, but it's still the G4 helmet because it still has those like dot things by the eyes. I was looking at the G4 in comparison. I'm like, yeah, they literally just took the G4 suit and just painted it cyan for this. So yeah, that's what we got there. So how are we feeling about the G6?
I like the color choice, but I don't know. It seems very repurposed.
I mean, it's a suit that's technically been living in a warehouse for...
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen the G4 suit get brought out for any other writer thing, like, over the course of the last, like, 20-something years.
It's better condition than some of the other suits that they leave in the warehouse.
Yeah. I mean, if it got a fresh paint job, then obviously, but if the suit only really got used for that one movie and that was it, and they just had to essentially paint over it, they got any yellowing out the way. True. Even though the suit was just I
meant from like a deterioration, lack of care like standpoint. It's functioning. I really don't have an opinion about it until I see.
Well, either way, look, this is a new female writer in a new Inoue project. She's gonna die in this movie.
Yeah, I mean,
like, you can place your bets now, but I'm telling you, the odds are probably 99-1 in terms of her just dying in this film. Like, I will be shocked if she survives by the end, and then we'll see her in the next Girls remix. That's where she'll end up.
I do like that color though. That is a nice cyan, like that aquamarine teal. Like that is a good color.
Yeah, same.
With the silver.
Now, the one thing that I found weird, and I did ask before on this, is we did get the final numbers for Sentai toy sales, but we didn't get the Kamen Rider ones yet. And then we've had the Sentai ones for a week now. So it's weird that we don't have the Kamen Rider ones yet. So I'm really
okay
curious
with that.
on that.
I'm curious about these Sentai sales because I'm like, let's justify burying that franchise.
So here we go.
Jeez. Whoa.
Good.
I wish I had a want on this on my. Actually, I probably have it just on regular voice mod, just without
Do you have anything like close to it?
Let me see. Soundboard. Can I get that? That when we get those sitcoms.
Please, the soundboard music.
It was cartoony enough, and that's what it deserves for those sales numbers, because
way to end the franchise. And the thing is, it's like you can't say it's not for a lack of trying, because they actually did bring out new toys, like new forms and all that shit towards the end of it. But I think a lot of the goodwill just left. Like, sure, it had the opportunity to buck the trend with that second quarter, but then that everything that happened at the tail end of the show, I think, contributed to this.
If we look at not what happened in the show itself, but the toy releases themselves, recolor of the rings, re-release like that's not gonna. I'm sorry, no one's gonna rebuy. Oh, I like that ring, but now it's blue. It's recolored.
Well, but after the Orca booster, we did end up getting the Ryutega sword that would have contributed towards these numbers.
Yeah. There's also a lot of stuff that hasn't even came out yet that further show that's premium Bandai. So you still have the Orca Buster mini pla that's supposed to be coming out like next month. Then they have the upgrade form, the one after, where like the blue sword thing attaches to their chat. Like that still has to come out. Them moving all of their candy toy stuff to premium Bandai starting in October of last year probably shot themselves in the foot. Because it started with, because everything after the Goody Burn mini plot, everything after that was premium Bandai. King Candelier, like we got a villain mecha for the finally as a candy toy, premium Bandai. Everything was now and like I think that probably lost a lot of goodwill because I follow a lot of Japanese toy channels because now that we have generated English subs, and even they've been complaining like, I like these toys. Now I got to wait till the show's over for stuff that came out halfway through the show. And they're like, by the time it comes out, they're going to lose interest, but they're going to get it because they collect it. But they lost interest because it's like, I don't want to wait 5 months after a robo or a form appears in a show to get what would be a $10 figure, which is now premium Bandai, so it's triple the price, and they got to wait 4 or 5 months after to get it. So a lot of people don't. They lost a lot of goodwill with how they released the merch for that show.
Well, I mean, I feel like it's a combination of factors as well. I mean, also the quality of the toys, not living up to expectations. Obviously the rings being what they were. So, I mean, I was not a big fan on the distribution for those as well, and just how
There's too many anniversary gimmicks in Reiwa. Like, because Zenkaiser had all those gears, then Don Brothers had all the gears. King Oger didn't have any real no gimmicks really. Boon Boonger just had
the SUV,
like the little bus SUVs with just a sticker of the team on it. And then
but I didn't get to see them
more rings.
Promoted. Yeah.
No, well, a lot of them were magazine exclusives or Gashapon exclusives. So that didn't really help. But like when you figure 3 out of 6 seasons in Reiwa had basically anniversary style gimmicks with the 2 seasons of gears and then rings, I'd be kind of like, all right. And and how many people are clamoring for that Memorial Edition freaking
Tega sword after we saw it? No. That's the thing. It's like
the non-posable.
Yeah, exactly. So like we were expecting, articulation, something there to justify the big price tag, except no, it's just a bigger version. Sure, it's show accurate, and the show one is also inactionable because it just folds out just like the toy, and then we're just getting a bigger version of that. It's like, cool, I don't need a bigger paperweight. I'm good. I'm fine not having that.
No, I'm the same as well.
Also,
I mean,
no,
it looked cool on display, but
they look. I think it looks cool, but I'm not paying that kind of price. Plus, not having a Robo where all the auxiliary mechs combine on it in a Super Sentai show, like, I can't combine all those different ones on there and make some cool, like, atrocious thing like King Oger or even Boom Boonger. Like,
I mean, Boom Boonger didn't have the full clusterfuck Godtai. They
had enough. They had more than we got in Gozuger, and obviously we're never gonna have something like King Oger because that fucking bulky bastard over there.
I need to go and buy the rest of them because I only bought like the main King Oger mech and then the other 3 bugs that they had in the first story arc.
Oh, the God Shoe God, the Legend Shoe Gods.
I was looking into finishing up my King Oger.
They're cheap. Set. They're cheap on Bai. Because I'm thinking about getting the DX ones just to see how big they are from a DX standpoint when I add the Caucasian castle to it. And
that's probably the size of the Don-Oni Taijin, given how big the Don-Oni Taijin is.
You get that gold one yet? Did
No.
I send you a link to it? I sent you a link to it, sir. I don't even like the gold one. I'll buy it just to have it.
The DX Universe Robo line definitely did not help at all. Because that was another thing that was also going on during Gozuger, was them peddling that. And sure, they gave us like all these classic mechas in the show itself to try and bolster the sales of those things. And I bet they fell on their face and no one wanted them. I want to see the specific price point. I want to see the specific like sales data for those individually.
Yes. Can you imagine if we could get those numbers where it breaks down by subcategory of toy line when in the show? I would love to see that.
Yeah, I want to see what is their big money maker for the shows. Like what
like DX,
what is their best selling items?
Yeah. I feel like for Gozuger, it probably was just the base Tegasword and everyone got it and realized like, oh, there's no
shocks,
mobility, no posability, no range of motion on this, no 22 points of articulation. All right, I don't need anything else from the show.
And then they released another colored Tegasword, and people were like, nah, I'm good. Then they released another colored Tegasword, and they were like, I'm still good. Yep. Then they released another one. And it's like, yeah, I'm still good.
I will say the Goody Burn one looked really cool from a DX standpoint. I think out of all the DX, that was like the coolest one to me out of all of them. But I can't get a changer that's like that small. So yeah, Punji Fist, and I'm curious if they're going to do a memorial for that one.
Maybe. I mean, they've been on a decent track record for releasing the other members, like, you know, memorials, with the exception of the Boom Boom controller from Boom Boomger. That's like the only one.
Yeah. Which.
Yeah.
Oh well. These no. I was looking at the number. I was like, wow. I was just like, a season with no real gimmicks only did 0.1 less than them because King Odra had no real gimmicks.
And then that's because they blew out their load by the halfway point. If they had continued making toys or, you know, introduced
more
new
shoe gods,
then they probably would have outdone Dombros in terms of sales numbers. But we'll never know that universe because it doesn't exist.
Yeah. But even Boom Boom was the same way. They didn't release anything after most of the stuff except for the champion carrier and then the 119 Lion Leo Rescue. Other than that, they didn't release a lot.
But that is the thing. It's like the final like champion Boom Boom Robo was released near the end, so that did bolster the sales again, as opposed to trying to release everything by, you know, the second half. I mean, before the second half even started. So that's the thing.
I have two of them.
They were able
to
pick back up.
They released a clear color version of all of them in one big set, and I was like, you know what? I like clear color, so I bought it. Did it with Don-Oni Taijin. I have the regular one that was for the mini plus. Then I bought the festival one because he came with the little chair thing to sit in. And I was like, I want to have him sit in a chair on display. He deserves a chair. He deserves a rest after carrying Super Sentai for a whole year.
So now that Gozuger's over, I'm assuming you guys watched the final episode, right?
Yeah, I did.
I watched clips. I never finished the show. Listen, I'm a new Sentai fan of the last like 6 years. I still have 44 more years of Super Sentai to go through. So you know what? I'm okay with the ending. It gives me time to catch up. I have 10 years to catch up minimum.
Well, as a closeout to the franchise, it was not great.
Yeah, it was all right, but not great.
I saw reactions to it, and watching the final episode, like most of it for reactions, like out of context, I was like, that's how they're ending it? Like that? Like what further? Just done?
Yeah, it doesn't help that the penultimate episode right before this one was the one in which they had fired Mae Momori. So when they did their helmetless transformation at the end of this episode, it was the most
so awkward.
painful
It's so
thing.
awkward.
So painful. So like, oh my goodness, it was not great.
As soon as I saw the guys doing their cool, like walking away from the fire, like roll call, I was like, wait, I know someone's missing, but this seems a little bit weird.
And then she just jumps in suit.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It's even more awkward. Doesn't she like have her helmet off and then she jumps in suit? Then it's
so that's the thing. It's like she jumps in full suited up. Then you get the usual fight stuff with the cheerleaders and the ref, and then all of a sudden she's helmetless, even though she wasn't helmetless the shot before, because obviously they had not cast Kohaku in the role yet. So they just did it as a quick body double like swap, and it was not good. And I'm just like,
that. Except for that one part, everything else looked cool though. I kind of liked it. Except for
that's the thing. It's like the awkward placement of it was just like the most thing of it all. Though I mean, to be fair, like the show was definitely rushing to its finale. It was like boss fight after boss fight. Essentially, the boss fights became the monster of the weeks for like the last
boss rush for a while.
Yeah, essentially that's how it ended out. Was the last set of episodes were essentially boss rush mode until we got to the finale, and it just felt not that great. And it's like, man, this show goes out with a whimper. Like, I really was not, and this franchise in general goes out with a whimper. Because we usually end up getting like the hand to at the end of the show where the red passes on, and they didn't even do a proper send off for Gozu Wolf. It's just like, nope. It's just, here's Gavon Infinity, and here's all the rings, and he's now inherited the will of Super Sentai. Good luck, Gavon. And it's like, wow, God, I feel
I'm gonna find time to watch it.
Like it's an awkward whimper as well. It's like, I'm not okay, but don't ask me if I'm okay or not. No, I'm okay, but I'm not okay kind of whimper with how it goes out on.
Like, I was not I hadn't been so disappointed. I expected disappointment, and I was still disappointed. So it was that. But listen, we've got 50 years of Sentai. Mark, I know you may be new to the franchise.
I've watched like 9 or 10 total. I just started what is it? I think it was Wild Force in the US. Gal Ranger. Yeah, Gal Ranger. Because I like the Robos, and then they announced like new version of the Robos. So I was like, I might as well watch the show because I like the Robos. And I never watched Wild Force, so I just put that over on my TV on the thumb drive to like watch it on my TV, so I don't have to sit at my computer. Because I got to stop rewatching the ones I like. I watched Time Ranger again because fucking Time Ranger is amazing.
Yeah, I'm doing that as well. I love Time Force, and I'm watching Time Ranger, and I can't stop thinking about Time Force. Even though I'm like fast track watching it and like skipping all the filler, because it's like old school Sentai.
I don't know what the filler is. I don't know what the filler episodes are on these, and I'm too lazy to look it up, so I just end up watching the whole shows. And everyone's like, "Oh, you can skip the filler." I'm like, "Well, what's the filler?" Like, my episode list doesn't tell me what the filler is when I obtain these on websites.
But yeah, since it's the end of the franchise and of the franchise,
the end.
I wanted to know essentially like what are your feelings towards Super Sentai as a whole? Like where does it stand in like your tiers of like franchises? Like, what is your history with it? Like, will you miss it? Like, what are some of the things that you'll miss from the franchise? Like, things like that. Like, what was your point of origin? No, and I mean, Mark, you've got the least storied background with.
I got the least.
You're the best one to start with.
Mine's easier. So, I mean, okay, I didn't start watching it consistently until Zenkaiser. And then I was like taking notes when they would do like the power ups with the gears. I'm like, oh, that looks pretty cool. What season's that? And then things that I watched like Live Man and 5 Man. Before that, the only thing I ever saw was Die Ranger and Zoo Ranger because of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. And I watched those years and years ago, like when I was in my 20s, because I was like, oh, that's when I found out that they only used a White Ranger suit from Die Ranger or Kiba Ranger. And I was like, wait a minute. These suits are fire. Why didn't they pick these suits? Those helmets, everything was great. But
Drunken
then, like,
Fist.
yeah. Ugh. But then it was
And
like
kids couldn't comprehend
once-
why the Black Ranger was suddenly the Green Ranger.
No,
So,
right? They'd be like, "This is weird." It's like, don't worry about it. I made a joke that, I picked a good time frame to get into Super Sentai and start buying Super Sentai toys, and then the show gets freaking canceled. So now, like, I can't buy new toys when they release. I got to go back and get DX versions of older shows that are marked up ridiculous priced.
Dude, I was just looking at the marked up versions and buy
Yes.
for like some of the King Ojimax, and they're marked up so hard. I'm gonna have to go to Japan myself and go to get them myself at like secondhand stores.
Go get us some. Go to Japan and get us some. Thank you. I appreciate you.
I will.
Super Sentai, it's like from a franchise standpoint, honestly, like I'm gonna say right now, Super Sentai is better than Power Rangers. I will die on that hill. I don't care. Like the worst Super Sentai season is probably like at least almost as good as like the best Power Ranger seasons.
Wow,
yeah,
that's a hot
That's
take.
me being
Okay.
polite. That's me being polite. Wow. Outside of Zeo and MMPR and like Time Force, I'll say in space also. I'm not saying I was gonna say Cosmic Fury, but that's obviously a joke. I don't know. I don't have this emotional attachment to Super Sentai. So it's like I could care less that it's over, honestly. Like, I'm not gonna lose sleep. This does not affect my personality, my day-to-day life. I'm not losing sleep over this. Like, I still have 30 plus other seasons that I haven't seen that I can watch. So I actually feel bad for everyone who's seen every season of Super Sentai, because to them, that's like it's done. You have nothing new to watch for that IP, that franchise. So it's almost like you're losing a friend. Whereas I'm just like, I knew them. I didn't know their last name. I knew their first name. Like, they said, "Hey, what's up?" one time, and they said, "Nice t-shirt."
You knew their cousin
like, cool,
that looked exactly like them.
Yeah, basically. Like, I don't know. It's like I still have so much Super Sentai stuff to like watch and get into. So it's like I still have like tons of stuff to go through.
Now the thing is, I know you got into Kamen Rider like around the same time that I got into Rider, but like obviously you had situational awareness that Sentai was a thing. Like, did you just
I
choose
knew
not to like watch it?
When I got into Kamen Rider, I was in college. I was working full time. There's only, as you know, because of how much you work and somehow you still watch all this stuff. I don't have that attention span, really. Well, I'm a cough. So I always knew what Super Sentai was. It's just I chose not to watch it because I was like, well, I got Kamen Rider. I watch a lot of stuff that's not Toku. So it's like I'm watching horror movies, I'm watching action, this and that. Like, I have a lot of other interests outside of Toku, so it doesn't. So I was like, Super Sentai was just on my radar. I knew it existed. I knew that's where they got the footage from. I was aware of it thanks to watching Kamen Rider. You know, you'd see the Super Sentai shows pop up on there. And funny story is, while I was downloading all the Kamen Rider stuff week to week, I was downloading the Super Sentai stuff too. So I have a folder with everything Super Sentai. It's just, I was like, yeah, one time I'll watch it eventually. Or, you know, even Kamen Rider I stopped watching for a while just because I was like, I'll get to it when I get to it. I go through phases with watching stuff, but I do obviously understand the cultural impact in Japan of Super Sentai and around the world. Like, it inspired Power Rangers. It inspired a lot of stuff that in comics and other forms of media. It sucks. It's over, but okay. It's not the end of the world.
It's the end.
I've seen a lot of people.
For now,
it is, but I've seen a lot of people in their feelings about this on social media a little too much, where I'm just like,
I haven't seen shit about that, so
I'm concerned how, like, I love shows, I love IPs. Like, I'd get mad if like comic book stuff, certain runs get canceled or this and that, but it's like a lot of people are too emotionally attached to these IPs. A little bit too much. A little too much.
Well, at least it didn't get super bastardized, like say Star Wars or other IPs.
Oh, listen.
So,
do you want to update from our Discord conversation about Star Wars and my wife?
I guess
so. Okay, so she watched episode 7. She liked it. She watched episode 8. She was like, "Okay, that's cool." We watched Rogue One. She asked a lot of questions, but thought it was the better of the 3 that she saw. Then she started episode 9. Got 20 minutes in. She was like, did they just change writers and directors and everything? I'm like, there were some issues back behind the scenes. And she's like, do I need to watch this? I'm like, I've never finished it. And
I
she's
saw
like,
it
what?
in theaters.
I know.
Yeah,
That's what we're talking about. So,
back to it.
yeah.
I got literal like whiplash from my neck just in the very beginning when they're like space jumping like nonstop. I was just like, like it was terrible.
Yeah. It's so that's where we stand. And she's like, I think I've seen enough Star Wars. And I was like, forever? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay.
Well, I'm playing Jedi Survivor, and that's actually making me enjoy some Star Wars.
So I need to go back I need to go back and finish that. I uninstalled it because I got stuck on a puzzle, and now I'm playing Silent Hill 2 and being scared of like puzzles and everything around the corner.
The remake?
The remake, yeah.
Oh, it's so
I started playing
F is on
Survivor, and then I got a new waifu
that.
that I was disappointed there was no Rule 34 on, but I was like,
give it time. Give it time.
Yeah, the game's been out for like 3 years.
Yeah. No, just give it time. There's a backlog. There's a queue of Rule 34
okay,
right
sure.
now. Yeah. People were distracted by stuff.
Oh, well, I need to play F. I'm gonna beat two remake first, and then I'll buy F later. But yeah,
but Ash, as a big Power Rangers guy, obviously, what is your storied history with Sentai?
Sure. I don't know if I've told this, but yeah, like everyone else, got into Toku, I guess, through Power Rangers and not knowing it was Sentai. And when you'd hear things online here and there. But my first exposure to like Super Sentai was back in 2003. Not by watching it, it's because my auntie got me a PS1 game from Bali. And it was the Japanese Gal Ranger game for PS1. And I had no idea what was going on. I had no idea what I was doing in the game. I played it once or twice, had no idea what I was doing, and then I never played it again. And then I think around during the Neo Saban era, when like Super Mega Force was happening, I learned about the Great War, and then I watched clips on Vet Online. Because back then you could watch like Super Sentai on YouTube before it was all taken down, copyright striked. So I watched a little bit of like Shinkenger and Gokaiger and stuff like that, but I didn't know how to find it like I do now, because I did go to those dodgy websites and I was like, ew, these feel dirty with all the ads popping up and stuff like that. So for the longest time I was aware of Sentai, but I would just like leave it. I'd be more of a Power Rangers guy. And then when Shout Factory got the rights to Dual Ranger, I bought that on DVD. And then I binge watched that over the weekend. And that was, I was like, even though people say like Dual Ranger is mid and it's not a lot happens in it, here and there, I enjoyed it because it was so different tone-wise to Power Rangers. Because at the same time, they released their Shout Factory box sets from Power Rangers as well. So I watched Dual Ranger for the very first time. And then I was aware of Sentai because Anime News Network would post like the name of the next seasons of Sentai with what the themes would be. So I was aware of Sentai for the longest time. And then kind of like Mark, I started watching it weekly-ish during Zenkaiser, and then I went through the backlog and watched other things like Die Ranger during lockdown and Mega Ranger and Ginga Man and other stuff. So yeah.
Cool. So I didn't know that you were somewhat more recent to Sentai in
Yeah,
terms of
yeah.
actually
Not the
watching
one.
it.
Okay. Thank you, Ash, for being equal to me. I have one question about your story that's really important. Do you still have that PS1 game? Because I'm missing that one from my Toku video game collection.
No. It's probably lost to time. And it was a Bali copy as well. So it's like someone that probably burnt to a DVR or DVD. Or CD, no, PS1 with CDs to a CD, and then they slapped a sticker on it, and then print out at a thing online. But yeah,
I know for me, Sentai's consumed well over half of my life. Obviously, I did also get brought in with Power Rangers back in the day. But there was one episode that stood out to me so much when I was a kid that just bothered me. Like, when you see something and it just gets stuck in the back of your head and it's just like you just can't shake it and you always remember it. There was an episode of Power Rangers in which Zordon sends like Jason and Tommy on a quest to get some power blasters to fight these new super putties. Right?
Yeah. I had this
the one
episode.
where Dennis is shooting them and shit like that. And then I remember when they get up to like the hill and they get the blasters, and on the blasters they didn't edit it out at all, but it said Zero Ranger on there. And I was like, what the hell is that? What the fuck is Zero Ranger? I thought we were watching Power Rangers. What is that? Like, that scene stood out to me for a good bit. And then like a few years later on Fox Kids, they did a Power Rangers Lost episode segment that was hosted, I believe, by Austin St. John and Walter Jones.
Yes, it was. Yeah,
in which they were talking about the origins of Power Rangers, and they said that it comes from a show called Go Ranger, and they showed some footage of Zoo Ranger in there and stuff like that. And essentially, they showed their equivalent of Zordon and all that stuff, and all that stuff just ended up being like stuck in my brain, and I just like, I need to find out more about this, like the curiosity of it. So I remember when I got to, I think it was like 3rd or 4th grade in my my computer class, they had those Macs, the Macs that looked like Nintendo 64s because they had those colorful backs.
The clear color IMAX.
Yeah, with the Netscape Navigator browser on there. So the first things I was looking up was Dragon Ball GT and Super Sentai. Were like the first 2 things on my list. I was like,
found that,
let me see this.
You found that Super Saiyan 5 Goku?
Yes, I got
Everyone saw that because I'm only a few years older than you, but I remember I was looking at Pokemon and Dragon Ball GT, and I remember just seeing that Goku. I was like,
I had the floppy disk to store like 3 photos.
Yep, that was one.
And so yeah, like a lot of good times. Hell, my first email address was from a Dragon Ball website that just had email services tied into it. It was like Dragon Ball Z gt.zzn.com, something like that. It was, but I had an email on there and I was like, hey, there we go. But the thing is just like that, finding out that tidbit about Sentai at such a young age made me that one kid in school that like my uncle worked for Saban, as opposed to like my uncle worked for Nintendo, because I could say what the next season of Power Rangers was going to be and I would always be right. At least back in that time frame, I could always be right. Couldn't say so if that was something going on there in like 2010s. This was like the 90s. So yeah, that was the fun block. And then obviously once getting in my own personal computer, when I was like 11 and being able to find subs for shows at the time that I started watching week to week. Maji Ranger was the show that was airing week to week, and then TV Nihon was still going through their backlog of doing Deca Ranger from time to time. So I started watching the shows literally week to week with Maji Ranger, and it kind of continued throughout. Like I was always week to week with a couple of exceptions. Everybody knows I crashed out halfway through Go Angers. So I did not finish that season. That was like the first time I was like, I'm good. I don't think I need to finish this
I like
one.
those suits so much. I like those suits a lot.
And then obviously with TokuTonic, once I got to like the first episode, I was like, I'm too old for this shit. But then I was already in my mid-20s at the time, and I was like, yeah, no, they're too old for this shit.
I feel like that's what everyone goes through. Because when I was in college, early 20s, this and that, I was like, nope. Like Kamen Rider was, with Blade, I just graduated high school. So I was like, but then once I was in college and the show had ended, I was like, watch Team Look casually. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm in college. I'm partying. I'm noticing the opposing gender more. I'm just like going out. And I turned 21. I was like, stay at home, watch all the stuff, go out and party. I was like, nope.
The thing is, I will admit that I went through that one phase once I started actually watching Sentai, because during the time Dino Thunder was on air, I was watching Maji Ranger. They were starting to give teasers of Power Rangers SPD, and I had already seen some of Deca Ranger when they were giving those teasers. And I was like, you know what? I think I'm done with Power Rangers. That's pretty much when I quit Power Rangers, and I became what was a term back then, a toku snob, where I just became too good for the Western stuff.
I feel like that's still a term. I feel like that's still a thing. We just have other words for it.
It's like I was just too good for anything dealing with Power Rangers or any Western type of toku adaptations. If it wasn't the original product, I did not care. I was there like swirling my glass and just giving my armchair opinions on shows I did not watch. I did not watch a lot of Power Ranger equivalents of Sentais, but I was still shit talking them on message boards. Like, I've seen them.
Right.
that was the kind of person I was for a little bit. So
you stopped after Dino Thunder?
So I watched the very beginning of Power Rangers SPD, and I still remember when they were doing the teaser, the commercials for Power Rangers SPD, they got to a point in which it got to the door that opens up, and it was like going towards the Deca Ranger logo, but then they stopped it like right before. And I will always remember when they were showing that commercial, because I was like, oh, they stopped right before it got to the Deca Ranger logo. But I stopped very early on into SPD.
So the reason why I ask is because I knew Power Rangers was still a thing. I worked at a Target overnight unloading toys, and I was like the twilight shift, where it was like 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. and I was in electronics and toys. So I was putting out all the Power Ranger toys, and this was from 2003 to 2005. But I just remember before Dino Thunder, the marketing, because I knew Power Rangers was still around. I didn't watch anything after like In Space. But then the marketing, I swear it might be like a Mandela effect thing. But I just remember them promoting the fact that like Tommy Oliver was back like crazy before the show aired. To the point where I was like, oh, he's back? And I was like, I'm going to watch this. And then I remember just watching the first episode. I'm like, this man got a doctorate.
Now, look, even my mom watched Dino Thunder because she was in it for Tommy. She had a crush on that man since I was a kid watching the first season. So she was like, oh, they're bringing him back. I'm going to watch. So she watched Dino Thunder, the first couple of episodes with him. And then once he got stuck in the suit, she didn't care anymore.
Yeah. No. I mean, I watched Dino Thunder. And then I was like, okay. It was a thing. I finished it. I watched it while I was there. I was like, it was all right. Like,
I mean, I still remember a lot of the internet discourse regarding Dino Thunder back in the day, because obviously it was the second season after Disney got Power Rangers, and with Ninja Storm, they technically said that this is new. There's no other Power Rangers before this. They even said in like one of the early episodes, it's like, Power Rangers, you mean that comic book stuff? And then the next season happens, and it's just like, wait, what? I thought, like, okay. I mean, you just completely just throwing in that. Okay, I guess they were really just hidden away in a secret village away from everything else, which is why they didn't know.
They had no internet, no TV, no internet, nothing. They were isolated.
Had no idea of the space invasion that happened, a good 8 years prior, that they had to fight off aliens, and now we have aliens living regularly on Earth. And we sent a whole colony to another planet.
But that only happened in like the city part of LA. Like they're in the countryside
Yeah, it only
Of
happened
New Zealand.
of New Zealand. Yeah.
Southern California only. It's very isolated incidents. So I had this crazy idea that I think would be hilarious, right? Because we know Power Rangers is getting rebooted in America and this and that. What if it gets aired in Japan and the merge is selling like crazy in Japan for Power Rangers for whatever they release? Like, I think that would just be ironic if Power Rangers, whatever comes out next for it, whether it's a reboot, whatever it is, does better than the last 2 seasons of Super Sentai.
I mean, that's not
sales.
unfounded. There have been seasons of Power Rangers that have gone to release in Japan with dubs that actually have done better
I know they've done
than
dubs.
their Sentai counterparts. Lost Galaxy is one of them. Lost Galaxy did better than Gingaman when it got released.
I think I watched that one.
Sword, right? It's going on streaming,
or
so they'll probably have to dub it in like Japanese for like that audience there, unless it's like region blocked.
Because I only ask because the guy in Japan that I get stuff from, he once in a while, like when the Lightning Collection stuff was coming out, he's like, "Hey, you get me Lightning Collection stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, what do you want?" I was like, you always find stuff for me. Of course I'm gonna. You ask away, sir. You are being so polite about this. And he was, and I'll find him like the Lightning, because I guess like they had them out there, but I guess the price point to import, like get them from here to Japan is pretty expensive. So I was like, yeah, it's like $20 US. Like, he's like, okay. So I asked him, like, he's like, yeah, we don't have, like, because they get the SH Figure Arts and then they get those action hero toys. So, but I guess the Lightning Collection, there's a few people in Japan that I've talked to that they like them a lot and they couldn't find them. So I was getting them and I was always like, have you seen Power Rangers? He's like, he said he watched like 1 or 2 seasons when they did have them, but he's not getting them for what Power Ranger season they are. He's getting them for what Super Sentai season they are, because he actually figured. And I was like, okay. Yeah. He's like, there's points where he's like, you don't even have to put them in the box. You can take them out of the box if you want. And I'm like, okay.
But yeah, for
weird.
For Sentai in general, like I said, it's like I got into actual Super Sentai before I was even a teenager. I got into the franchise and was like on the community forums and things like that. A different forum than Ranger Board. I joined a lesser board called Power Ranger Empire that doesn't exist anymore. But we had our spats with the larger message boards back in the day. Gotta love those old community fights between communities. Even though it's the same fandom, everybody just has their own cliques.
If you want those, you go look up the old early, like late 90s, early 2000s wrestling message board ones you could do it. Those were
the old GameSpot console wars forums were like where the real shit would go down.
So, between GameSpot and I remember Game FAQs, their message boards used to be crazy during like the PS2, PS3 era, especially PS2.
No, but needless to say, after a while, I did start I came into Toku with Sentai, pretty much got properly introduced into Kamen Rider through that as well, just because I got curious trying to watch the show in conjunction with it, and got into Kamen Rider pretty much through that. Eventually, after a while, I ended up preferring Kamen Rider over Sentai, especially as I got older. I felt that Sentai was keeping tones a little bit too childlike for my taste as I was getting older, while Kamen Rider was hitting the right, effect of some camp, but still trying to take itself seriously, at least for the seasons that did. And it caused me to not really care too much about certain seasons of Sentai just because of that. And then after a while, once we entered in the Reiwa era, I was definitely a little bit not really committed to watching a lot of the shows. I mean, I wasn't on social media at all or anything like that. So after Lupat, I didn't really watch Real Soldier. I checked out the first episode, enjoyed it. Then I saw the second episode, and I was like, what the hell's going on? And then Kira Major, I only saw a little bit of it a couple years ago. And Zenkaiju, the first time I saw the episode, like it, I was like, the hell is this? Because I wasn't keeping up with the internet banter at all. So I did not know any of the backstory. Like, what was the lead up? What was the change in tone that was going on for all these? And of course, that's when I started getting into doing YouTube. So of course, part of the deal is obviously getting back into the background information on a lot of this stuff. So it was kind of like reigniting what I used to do back when I was a teenager, where I used to consume all this stuff religiously to the point of actually like knowing production staff and things like that. Then going through like a 10-year lull of nothing, just watching it as just a regular, connoisseur of the stuff while going about adulting in my 20s. And then getting into content creation, it's like, well, now I'm back into like the research pipeline of getting back into knowing everybody that was working on this, that, and the other. So it was the time. Of course, since then, obviously, I've done some back catalog digging and have watched some more classic Sentais prior to me getting into it week to week with Maji Ranger, which did let me see some of the classic stuff. And there are some really good Showa era stuff that obviously don't exist in Western form that are definitely good to watch, like Flashback.
I like Maji Ranger. Oh, Magic King, Woolkaiser, Okaiser. I love those robos so much. I think that may be one of my favorites besides like Die Ranger and Time Ranger.
And I love the Maji Ranger stuff, especially when they first revealed, even though the big controversy back then was their capes being so tiny. Everybody was like cracking jokes as why they got tiny capes.
I'm kind of glad too that I get to go back and watch stuff not as it's airing, because now I don't have to I get to watch it in peace, I guess.
Just don't tell anybody, and then they won't spoil it for you. Because that's the issue of digging into something, especially with this community, is like, oh, I'm about to get into this. Spoilers galore with shit going on into it. So, like, I still remember when I started watching Saber, and I mentioned in my Discord server, someone instantly spoiled me on Caliber just because I was like, great. Thank you.
I don't say what I'm watching older. That's why I say I'm not watching older stuff in your server, because like I've had stuff spoiled in the past, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna say when I'm watching stuff, because I think about the whole like Super Sentai situation. Like I've obviously watched Kamen Rider a lot longer. I've gone back and watched everything except for like movies and some B cinemas. But I've seen all the shows, so it's like I feel like if Kamen Rider was supposed to like be the one that was gonna go on like the 10-year hiatus for Gavan to take his place, I think that would probably bother me a good amount, because it's like now I have nothing new of this IP to digest. So I kind of get the Super Sentai outlook when I was like, because I was thinking, I was like, oh no, I was like, yeah, no, this means if you have no new media for a franchise you like, I could see how that would be bothersome. But they ain't making money, so
a part of me does wish that Toei took Kamen Rider with them when they took Sentai away, and then just decided to wipe the slate clean and start fresh with 2 brand new shows. But then obviously we still got Gavan, which is not a brand new thing, but
it's new but not new.
Yeah, it's old new. So it's like okay, well, monkey's paw wish.
It's I get, because like the formula for Kamen Rider has changed so much in Reiwa that I kind of wish it would kind of take a back seat and like let's go back to the drawing board. Let's restructure how we want to do this show, because I think the gimmick side of it has gotten way out of hand.
Yes. I mean, I do feel that Reiwa is just an extension of Heisei 2. It doesn't really feel too defining to really separate itself. So, but yeah, I'll just close things on the Sentai front going that Gozyudra did not help in the way that it ended, because it kind of did end the franchise on a sour note for me on multiple fronts. First of all, it wasn't as bombastic as a finale as I wish it was. It didn't feel like a love song to the franchise as a whole as it ended. And it's also a damn shame because I wished for a long time that that Akiko got to head write a show, and then this is the show that she writes, and then steeped in the drama that it has. I also think that she floundered the ball when it came to the finale as well, because obviously a lot of the editing that happened in previous episodes aside, the ending is still what it is, and there's still, part of it is Toei's fault for not telling her that this was going to be the end of Sentai until like 10 episodes in.
Yeah.
But by later on, she should have tried to figure out what she could do, unless I really want to know like her side of things of what the limitations were on what she was allowed to do with this show. Why wasn't she able to go as crazy anniversary as some of these other seasons were able to go, especially when it came to like cameo appearances or just like, suits on screens and shit like that. Like this is kind of a whimper to go out on this franchise, and it's not like, it doesn't feel good going into it. Like it's like this could have been much better, especially like I think I would have been more disappointed if Boom Boom were like the last Sentai, because that ending, Jesus Christ, that was a shit ending. But that was like without controversy or anything. It was just a bad ending. I mean, they had their final fight in a regular ass field where you could see a fucking like soccer goal in the background from kids playing earlier, while giving us the villain's backstory literally the episode before. I'm like, what is this shit show that you're doing right now? At least we didn't get that with Goes Yuger, but it was still not good.
Then I'll ask this: out of all the Reiwa series, which one would be the best one? Which finale would be the best one to end Sentai on out of all of them?
Danbros.
Danbros, okay. I would say either Danbros or King Ojo of how epic.
Yeah, I was gonna say Danbros or King Ojo.
I still have problems with the King Ojo ending in general, especially since it was an open-ended ending. And also because they squandered that second half. I'm still not a big fan of that second half and how much they retcon shit with
absolutely.
If we were talking like King Ojo's first half and that's how we were going to end things, I was like, okay, cool. And a part of me does wish that the way that they should have ended Goes Yuger should have been with a bad ending, with them literally losing, like just Sentai being defeated,
and that's why it's over. And that's why it's over.
Yes. I would have rather have taken that, because it would have been an oh shit ending. And then whenever Sentai comes back, you can make it a revival story of like, hey, we're going to try again.
Yeah.
Redemption arcs for a whole season just to bring. So you touched on that with how, if she had known that it was going to be the end of Sentai, I think, because I only got up to episode like 33 or 34. I think it was an okay anniversary season. If Sentai was still going on, they would have, more opportunities. But I do think if you knew going into writing the show before you started it that it was the end of it, I feel like we would have got a different show for sure. Because that wasn't written like someone knew this was the end of the franchise for now.
Japan would have rioted. If Sentai had a bad end, I mean, the franchise is already over. What would they riot about? The show was already canceled. Like, the show was done. They would riot about what? Give us back our show. We already said it was canceled before we ended it. So it's like still it's a little bit of a wimp. So the heroes have to win. The hero was Fire Candle. He was doing it for his homies. He did it for the homies. Even though that's more like an epilogue fight than anything. But no, I think it would have actually had given a name to Goes Yuger if it, like, controversy aside, if it literally ended with a bad end, it would become very known. it's like, oh shit, the season that did this.
No, absolutely. Like, I feel like because like the Toku community is very niche, it's going to be one of those endings that's either going to be loved or hated within the community. But
I don't know who likes this ending. Who likes this? I don't know. Well, the thing is, I'm not on social media, so I have not met a single person that actually enjoyed this ending.
So I'm on social media. I get bored at work and when I'm on the toilet. I have seen more people talking about, I have seen very rarely anyone really talking about the end of the show, and everyone just talking about the end of Super Sentai. Other people are like, oh, that was weird ending, or oh, that was awkward. And then also there's a lot of people who said they were going to stop watching the show after Maya got fired. And there's a lot of people who said they were going to stop watching the show that still watch the show, but a lot of people, I haven't really seen any feedback from the actual last episode. It's mainly just been Sentai's done, and obviously you get the YouTube shorts and TikToks and Instagram reels of people just reacting to bits and pieces of the final episode. I haven't really seen anyone like full-fledged dive into the actual final episode or even talk about it positively, or I just haven't really like watched any of the videos. I'll watch clips and shorts, but I haven't watched anyone's full-fledged videos yet.
I'm sure there's someone out there that can find a net positive for it, because you know they love their positive feedback for everything Toku, and nothing can be negative.
Oh, yeah. You were crucified because you gave like a Don Brothers or a King Oja episode a B rating.
Yes, I mean, eventually I did give it lower ratings, but yes, I did get crucified because I started giving King Oja bad reviews.
I would never give Himeno a bad review.
Never forget. Well, she wasn't involved.
Those are the bad episodes.
So, real quick before diving into Galvan, and I know you guys are a little behind on Zets, but there are some new scans that some people want to see. And what if I told you that they're going to introduce a brand new writer to the show this late into the game? Does it? Are you excited?
I mean,
is this a Jeb Bush? Please clap. Well, here's our new guy.
The hell? I like it. Kinda.
It looks okay. Is that the Zenglass blade again?
No.
Oh, okay.
The thing is that I got disappointed. I was kind of excited by looking at the belt, but then thinking of how terribly this is going to be for a regular adult to wear the DX of this, because they're going to get choked by it. Because it's an X shape, so it's both arms. Got to get into the whole strapperoni on here. Then I was told he transforms using the sword, and I got less excited. I was like, oh,
then that's why it's on the.
Yes.
Well, because I thought maybe he took it out of the chest piece and put it into the sword.
That's what I thought when I first saw it as well. They were like, you didn't notice that the capsum's on the sword? I was like, I thought he was just putting it on the weapon for it.
Because it looks like there's a hole right there for it to go in the chest.
Yeah, exactly. But yes, this is Kamen Rider Dawn.
I like the shoulders. I like the helmet. I need to know what the rest of the suit looks like, because if it's just that
pajamas,
black and silver stripe the whole way down, oh my god.
Here you go.
And awkward shoes. The one thing I can't get over is those freaking shoes on the suit. They look like clogs.
Pumped up kicks.
Like, can't put anything on the shins. Like, the calves, nothing. Just gotta. What is.
Yeah, these pajamas that they be rocking, I'm still not a big fan of just how they be looking.
You say that, and then we're gonna get premium Bandai onesies.
Hopefully
I
there are
one. I probably buy
Are
one.
they going to be one size fits most?
Well, not most Americans.
No, probably not. No. No, but there he is with the other lords. They're lords. They're not common riders that we got in there, except for Nox, because they're the other agents, which is 3, 5, and 6, which use the same transformation device to transform into how Nox Knight used to look like, even though he had a whole different driver for some odd reason, even though he's the number wedged between 3 and 5, and you would think that he would use the same transformation device as the other agents use, but for some reason his was different when he transformed, even though he had the same suit. I still don't know the in-world explainer for that shit, but it makes no goddamn sense to me.
Yeah,
but now he's got his own thing that flip-flops and all that stuff, and then his balls split.
I just don't. So I like 5's color scheme on that suit, but if he had the shoulder cape like 3 on there.
And also, like 5 and 6 are already in the show. They've been there for like 2 episodes now.
Oh yeah, I'm like 5 episodes
transformed
behind,
and stuff. So
I think episode 17 is the last one I watched. Maybe 18. But it's also hopeful we weren't gonna have all these like common riders and this and that. I was like, oh, we're gonna solo season. Oh, we're gonna secondary. Okay, and then it's like now we have lords. I'm like,
yes, are pseudo writers that aren't really writers. But
yes.
You know, Nox being the secondary writer, but he's still evil, so he's not really a good guy. But then we're gonna get Dawn, which is gonna be a new writer, which we don't know if you know, good, evil, double agent, which whatever they want to do.
See, I don't want to call them common riders, but then this goes into the whole Shadow Moon debate, and I don't want not with you because we both agree Shadow Moon is not a common rider.
Yes,
because we respect Shadow Moon, but if I say, oh, they're not common riders, just like Shadow Moon is, like, oh, well, common rider, freaking Black Sun, he's common rider Shadow Moon. I'm like, no, Shadow Moon was never a common rider.
Well, Black Sun's different because that's a whole different continuity, so he can be to be fair,
I don't care.
And, you know, that version actually transforms, and you know, Black Sun
never watched the show. I didn't know he transformation. I didn't know how Shadow Moon was in that show because I got to episode 2.
Plus, Ishinomori made it a statement that essentially you have to be given the name Kamen Rider, and you earn that right by being a hero, which is why he completely did not want villains as Kamen Riders. That's why the original, like, Ichigo and Nigo weren't Kamen Riders until they left Shocker. And that's why Shocker's riders are called Shocker Riders. So based off of Ishinomori naming scheme, evil riders shouldn't be Kamen Riders. They should be something else riders, Night Riders.
Hasselhoff.
So yeah, we got the bulky form up here, but of course it's gonna change
that
and flip.
I want that change. I want that gimmick. I want that gimmick so much. I saw how it fits on the belt. I saw an actual like thing for it, and I was like, I want it. And I haven't wanted anything from this show, gimmick, toy wise. I want that.
Thing that I hate is, like, speaking of like Black Sun's Shadow Moon, like this upgrade of Zet's down here after he goes out of that form looks like fucking Shadow Moon from Black Sun.
Yeah, with the silver, the black, and the green on there. Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, it's a good color scheme.
It is.
I like it, but I think that's the only gimmick thing I'm gonna buy, unless something really drastic that I need to have comes out between now and the end of the show. I think that's the only thing else I'm gonna pick up besides the Sotos.
I don't know. I'm not committed to buying any more Zet Stings for the time being. So,
but I'm scared to like attach it because I still have the cardboard display with my driver, and I feel like it's just gonna fall over if I put that on it.
Oh, absolutely. That weight distribution is not good on that piece of cardboard. So yeah, that's some stuff going on there. We did get a couple of Gavon scans, but there was only one of note that I did want to share. But of course, before really getting into this, the first episode of Gavon did air. How we feeling about it?
I mean, it's all right. I think I need to give it like the 3-episode try. I like that it's setting up the multiverse stuff, and it's the first episode.
You
so
like that it set that up in the first episode? I thought that was like jarring that they set that shit up in the first episode.
But not like
I was like, I liked it.
Like, I don't know. I'm still feeling the show. Like, we're 1 episode in. I need to give it the 3-5-episode try, like after this first story arc, because we're still setting things up.
That's the thing. It's like the pacing of this episode, and this is one of the issues that I have with a lot of Toei's Toku shows currently for like the last few years, is that they treat their first episode like it's a pilot episode of a Western program. Like they got to sell this show to the network. So the first episode has a lot going on, and this show was no exception. It had a lot going on. I was like, wow, this is crazy in terms of the shit that they have going on. I will give the show a couple of props. First of all, the civilian fighting, like him, the main character, Reiji fighting, that was a good. It gave me flashbacks to like the first episode of Shinkenger. Just like the fighting with the theme coming in and all that shit. Nice. And then they had the eye catch in between the episode. Like, you know, it's been a while since we've seen one of those where they were just like give a little eye catch and then it would be a cue to commercial and then they come back and the eye catch is, it's like, oh man, look at that, we're back to it. But I did still have issues with, obviously pacing is one thing, a lot of characters introduced in a short amount of time, and trying to catch their names like offhand, it's like, yeah, this is too much. Gavon in suit fighting a bunch of regular ass dudes is probably my biggest problem that I have. It's like, is this the cost saving measure?
That was funny.
I'm like, is this the cost saving measure for this show? Is he's just going to be fighting a lot of like regular dudes as opposed to like monster suits? Like we did get the one at the end, but for the most part, he was just fighting stunt guys that just had powers. And I was like, okay. And the thing is, I had to do some backtracking. So the thing is, I had never seen the original Gavon before. And I was like, you know what? Maybe original Gavon's like this. And I'm just like, I just don't know. So I watched the first episode of original Gavon. And I'm like, oh no, there's a lot of fucking like monsters and suits and shit going on. And all that stuff going on in this. Completely different than what we were getting with this one. Also, you really notice that there is no backside to this suit when he's fighting. It's like those front shots, great. Then they give you those weird side shots, and it's like, man, that leg armor really just stops at that point. And then you see those back shots, like, man, this is bare-assed. Besides it, like his back's the only place he's got armor. Everywhere else is just like it's right for the picking. Just penetrate them things.
He's gonna get shot in the back and die with that lack of armor.
No, you're gonna get shot.
Now the toys can be accurate to the show now, so that's all that matters. Because they always comes out on any details on the backside of their lower end toys. Now they can be accurate, and I'm like, now I can't complain when I get the toys that, hey, there's nothing on the backside. Well, nothing on the backside in the show too.
And I mean, a lot of people were praising the finisher, but the finisher was literally just the Ambrose finisher. It literally was the Don Momotaro finisher, and of course he's using the same sword, so it's like, wow, you guys really just
just different lighting.
Yeah, just copy that homework and let's just go for it, and there you go. But I'm expecting the show's pacing to get slower, like just obviously as they introduce us to the characters and all that stuff, because the next episode, obviously this one ended off in a little bit of a cliffhanger to introduce us to Bushido.
Yeah.
Well, once again, we are already like multiverse hopping. We go from the main multiverse, well, the main universe to another universe in which he's like, "What is a Gavon Infinity?" But then he proceeds to transform into a Gavon, and it's like, I'm confused here. Like, I hope the next episode explains, because that sentence makes no sense that you would say that and then proceed to transform into a Gavon. It's like, well, the only Gavon I know is me. So it's that. It's a lot. I mean, we're probably not gonna get the full intro. I mean, the intro visuals in the next episode either, because I feel like they probably have to introduce us to like the whole Gavon cast
so
before
there's no
then.
spoilers of the team.
Yeah, what are you talking about? The very beginning of the episode, spoilers with 5 Gavons.
Well, no, with the name, but they don't have the names and who they are as the characters in this. Like, yeah. Also, the intro is really good. I like the start of the episode.
The press release. The other two we don't know.
Yeah.
Which was the thing that got me, like in the very beginning of it, where you just see 5 Gavons fighting a thing. I'm just like, oh, are we literally pulling this trope? Like, y'all better finish with this being the finale. Like, this is how y'all gonna do it. So yeah, I know the full OP is already out, but I'm talking about the visuals. I need the opening with the visuals to see how it's gonna go. How that's gonna end up all flowing together with all that. So, but I thought it was okay. I'm still not like sold on buying any of the toys or anything like that for it. So
I caved.
What'd you get?
Okay, so as much as I shit on it, I'm getting the early release mini blocks. It's the only way to get the yellow and like the purple gun and ship attachments. It's the only way to get those. I'm probably, because I have it in the cart. I might get the full Gear set with the gun, because I kind of like the ship. And my hope is that little like base they have, like the satellite base that all the different ships are attached to, if they release that station to attach all them.
Oh no, he froze.
Okay, that will look good on display.
I was like,
if they release it, I'll buy it.
You were describing the ship, and then you froze all of a sudden. I was like, oh no.
Oh, am I frozen?
You froze
still?
as you were describing big ass ship. No, you're good.
Oh, okay. So you know the space station that like all the ships were on? If they sell that weird satellite space station, like base of operations, as a DX toy to connect all the ships to, I'm buying that. And I'm putting it on display, because that would look good on display. I'm just saying. But I kind of like those emo gear things. Like, they look neat. They're easy to display. And I've been like hankering for gimmicks to buy, because I didn't get a lot of Gochizos. I'm not getting any capsules. Those are all the capsules I have, and they came with the magazines. And I haven't really gone like the cards from Gotchard. We don't need to talk about. I can't collect those. So like, I haven't
the
really
emo gears
like,
only
in on.
Only like the ones that come with the DX actually have the button press for the flip face. The rest of them you gotta physically turn to do the flip face.
Oh,
so
I'm leaving them all facing that way, so you just see cheeks. It's all cheeks on display.
But even then, it's like at least the Gochizos, there was like 4 different designs to them for the base ones. Wow,
but
these are still
I don't
following you. Just go retroactively get yourself other gimmicks.
I've done that. I have all the wizard rings. I have all the Wonder Eyed books. I have the whole thing of decade card. Like, I've done it already. What am I gonna go back and buy all the things from Geets? No, thank you. Okay.
No, you can go. You want yourself to get all of the switches from Forza. Those were all fidget toys.
I have them already. I have them.
All
I
the
have 2 briefcases full of them.
Kyoryuger, they have fidget toys as well.
I haven't watched Kyoryuger yet. Listen, like I said, there's a lot of Super Sentai.
I mean, the concept
scared.
that they're taking for the Gears are pretty much the same thing as what they had there. So
the same thing.
They kind of remind me of like the build bottles almost.
So.
Oh, those things, I have some of those already. I have the Power Ranger movie Megazord one, and then I have the box from New York Comic Con that's like the Rangers from the movies, and that's all I have from those.
So you got the Dino Charge one. Okay.
Yeah, we don't need me to start like, listen, I'm not trying to win Toku Debt. Okay, I already lost. I don't want to go back to number 1. I've passed the crown. But if I have to, I will. But no, I kind of like I like the ship. I like the gun thing. I didn't like the scans, and I know shit on it when we first talked about it, but then actually seeing it in the show, I was like, I kind of want it. But then at the same time, I'm like, I should wait because we know we might get a Memorial Edition of it.
Yes.
But for some odd reason, the prices aren't bad on the Gavan stuff. If you're not buying it from U.S. retailers and all that, like if you're going like Bai and like certain Japanese sellers, like they're not bad pricing. Like it's affordable to get into, and I need Toku stuff to buy, okay? Because SMPs only come out like once every couple months. Like I'm like an addict that's jonesing to buy Toku merch, and there's nothing.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna have to go back and start buying like soft vinyls. I got nothing else to
why don't you get that Go Kitakuri combined Dragon Zord for $500?
Listen, I thought about it.
It looks cool.
And after the conversation I had to have about the whole $608 Lego Pokemon set.
Yeah, it's like $1,000 Australian, so that's why I'm not getting that one with all the free starters.
Oh, that's horrible.
That'd be roughly $1,000. Let me go to the Lego Australian website, Lego Australia store.
So I can't, as much as I want that nice little combiner. At least I got Transformer stuff I've been getting into. Like but it's not the same. Like,
have you seen the Transformer AV unit?
What's that? Don't send me the link. No, don't send me the link. All right, send me the link.
It's nothing too crazy. It's like a figure, but
I'll buy it.
What is it on a hobby link?
But
also,
no, Gabon, like, one thing we're gonna talk about is how shiny the suit is. I like that the suit was actually like really, really shiny, because I was kind of worried some of the scans and some of the stuff. I was like, is it gonna be shiny the whole time? Is it gonna be, because now I want the suit. Like I kind of want to like hit up that cosplay maker dude and be like, hey, can you make this Gabon suit, but I want it shiny.
All right, it's in private chat.
Yeah, trying to get that level of shine to it.
That's only $73.
It'd be a little difficult.
I was thinking, like,
yeah, it is $1,000.
You'd have to, like, the amount of full gloss you'd have to put on it. That's gross.
No, I did say if I could get my hands on the 3D print files for Gavan, I will make the suit, but I will make it actually have full armor. Like, I will actually finish the leg armor. I will give him ass plates. Like, he will actually be covered up from the back. And I will really hate...
He will have protective cheeks.
Yes, I will have metal cheeks. Like, I find it funny if the mid-season upgrade for Gavan Infinity actually gives him full armor in the back.
It's just the rest of it.
Yep. It's just the rest of it.
You joke now.
It'll be called Metal Hero, like
stream.
Gavan Infinity. That Metal Hero mode, that's going to be the upgrade. Completely cheeked up.
I know a lot of people online were saying like that people have been like fabricating their hype for the show and their love for the show. Is that I feel like I actually really enjoyed it. But then I also know, like we talked about on NBC, it's the first episode. They're gonna go all out to hook you in, so you can't really judge the show. Like, I wish they didn't like the pacing of it didn't really fully bother me. It was just the pacing mixed with how many people were introduced. Like, next, we have AG introduced, and then like I still haven't learned the names because there's too many people in the first episode.
Yeah,
and I was just like, oh, there's AG. Oh, there's the word robot. There's the weird guy that is joking and with
it's
the robot.
Reiji for the main character.
There's main. Yeah, that's AG and AG are the only ones, and I'm like, only because one basically is the same name with an R in front of it. And I'm like, okay, I can remember these. I'm not gonna mess this up. And then everyone else, I'm like, that's robot dude. That's friends with the robot. That's other side character A. Yeah. There's sister, sad sister. There's Angie brother. Like, okay, cool. And then I'm like, oh, now they're leaving the world. I'm like, okay, because I was writing my review for it, but then I realized I feel like no one's gonna understand the humor, because when they went through their multiverse and they're like, oh, it's pink, and I was like, there's a joke. Got it. I'm gonna make so many jokes this review, and then I'm like, no, only 3 people are gonna laugh at my jokes for this review, because
damn,
I'm immature for my age.
And it'll be the one ostrich in the bleachers of Family Guy. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, basically. I can make that joke and then cut to that clip. But I actually really, really enjoyed the first episode, and I'm hoping even if they slow down the pace a little bit, but stop having so many characters constantly rotating throughout the whole entire episode, I can kind of get through it better. But if we're gonna keep this whole 7+ people, and I'm like, okay, who? At least they splashed their name up on the screen.
Well, that's the issue with Reiji's crew, based off of what we got in the presser. He's got the largest ensemble cast with there's like 5 of them in just his crew alone. Yet the other Gabons themselves, it's just them and one other person. So it makes it easier when we get their stories. But then that's still adding in 2 more additional characters to that plot, and then when we get the 2 other Gabons, I hope that they're from the current cast, and they're not other characters that they're gonna throw in there.
If they're other characters with another person,
yeah, because then it's gonna be
people total. You got to keep track of in one episode.
Oh, that's gonna be where it's hell.
Yeah, but I'm always hopefully optimistic when the show starts, and I'm like, okay, like I think I have to say that. Like, I say this every time a new season of anything starts. I don't want it to suck. I don't want it to fail. I want it to be a show that I enjoy. I don't want it to get 16 episodes in and then I find out, oh, you thought it was a multiverse? No, it's a multiverse reality show. And it's like, no, it is not a multiverse reality show. Do not do this to me. We are not doing reality shows anymore. Like, yeah, exactly. It's just I want it to be good, because there's obviously a lot riding on this show. It's taking the place of Super Sentai. They obviously are putting a lot into this whole Project Red rebrand. But I do want to do good, because if it's Metal Hero related and it does good, I hope we get something with B Fighter. That's all I care. Like, let's get the B Fighter stuff. That's what I want.
I mean, I doubt Project Red in general is just going to be a successor for Metal Heroes. It's probably just going to be all of. I mean, we'll see. We'll see how this progresses anyway.
Bring back Zubat.
Yes.
I've never seen Zubat, but bring it back.
So yeah, in the scans, this is like the only scan of note from the Gabon stuff. Here's the Dark Gabon. It was already teased in the.
Is it dark? Is it dark or is it death?
It's death.
Because I saw. But okay, because I was making sure, because I saw translated as death, and I'm like, all right, that sounds kind of cool. I like the helmet. I may have to hit up Stegosaurus because I kind of want that helmet. Because he did the 3 helmets already, and they came out really good and shiny.
And it looks like we got ourselves a dark counterpart to the robot as well.
Why wouldn't we?
So,
of course we're gonna.
Palette swaps.
Merch.
So yeah, already in with all that. I mean, we got a little bit of some backstory lore with Reiji in the first episode tease, but I mean, like I said, that there's a lot going on in that first episode anyway. So we are definitely gonna have to wait as they expound on things. Hopefully, they don't dwindle on things too much.
What if it's Kaito's actor who's Death God? Just a gag.
Oh my god!
If
if the mecha ends up, if his mecha ends up being like the Black Oni Taijin, oh my god, where it's just CG because they don't actually have a suit, or like the Black King Oger that we had,
oh god,
where it's like we didn't make a new suit, so here's CG.
It's
like, oh, okay.
Wait, what if Def Gabon's like not Taya, and that's where he went after he quit the ring game?
I feel like there's to be some. I wish there was some gag attached to that character. There, like, I don't know why that would make me happy, just for the entertainment value and the internet discourse around it. See, but I don't think this looks stupid though. Like, I think it looks like the robot thing definitely does, but I think the suit that's a clean ass suit.
I think it's just everything seems a little bit too neutral, especially with the robot design. I know someone on my server like already got the toys and he posted the pictures of it, and I'm like, yeah, this like the main robo just being like black and white in its color combination. I'm like, these look like such vanilla like toys.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about the DX standpoint, but like I said before, and I've done a video about it, from a mini plot, and they just announced the Udos too, and they actually are making the Udos shiny. They actually found a way to coat the red on them and stuff, so the actual action figures are going to be shiny.
That's cool.
They're basically they made them more basic with the design and what they do for the toys, so they're at a lower price point for the kids. That's their target demographic for the toys now, is like make them cheaper. Parents will buy more for their kids, hopefully profit. Because realistically, all this show has to do is what, like a 2.1 and first quarter. It's already that's already better than.
I mean, technically, it just needs to hit a 2.0. That's it, and it would already have a better quarter.
I know. I was being generous. You know, I was being a little generous.
I mean, let me go back here. There we go. Look. No,
maybe even a 1.8. That's all it needs.
The last time they got a 2 point anything in the first quarter was Rear Soldier. So,
and they did it again in the second quarter too. So that's.
But that was dinosaurs.
See, dinosaurs, always dinosaurs. Even I love dinosaurs. I have a whole shelf full of dinosaur toys. I like dinosaurs. They're amazing. But yeah,
the thing is, with this toy line, do you feel that this can do better than Gozuger's first quarter?
Do I think it can? Yes, I do.
Because of the curiosity of new show?
Yes, and I've seen the displays inside Toys R Us and all the stores in Japan. Because I think it was what Heroes of something on YouTube. One of the guys is in Japan and he does. Yes, them. They already went and did a Gavan toy hunt and they showed the displays, and already I'm like, that shelf space that set up in Toys R Us and that looks real good. It drew me. Even I was like, okay, you know what? If I was in Japan right now and I saw that, I'd be like, what is this? They make it look, the boxes, they look appealing. Bandai did good with their box art. I think also when you see, like, if kids are watching the show, just based off of the pacing of that show and like the action and everything else, I think kids are definitely going to get drawn into it. You really think they're going to put up to a 0.5 in quarter one?
So you're saying, so what is you're saying this is going to be over 2.0 in first quarter?
I'm I'm gonna say at the lowest 1.8. I don't think it's gonna go above a 2.1 though. I think 2.1 is
I'm like
the realistic number.
Because I'm trying to bet here. I'm like,
okay.
Well,
I need to think of other ones too. What does Common Riders usually start at? They're usually at what, like?
Oh, much higher. Much higher.
Yeah, because I'm like, they're not gonna do Common Rider numbers. But I think just from this standpoint,
the thing is, I'm gonna go under 2.0. The thing is, it's like, all right, if I'm right,
over under, okay,
yeah, we're doing an over under. If I'm right, you have to spend money on something Toku related of something that you don't like. And if you're right, then I have to spend money on something Toku related that I don't like.
What's the limit? What's the budget?
The budget is no more than $150.
150. Okay, deal. Because regardless, there's some stuff that I want to buy that like I've been like not wanting to buy because I don't care about the show, but it looked good on display. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. I'll do that. I'll pick over 2. I'll pick
under 2.
Okay. And then if it's at 2 on the dot, Ash has to buy something.
He has to buy something that he don't want.
Yes.
All right.
He has to buy something of our choosing.
Like if it's something that I don't want, depending on what price I can find, it would probably either be something Gachard related or something Go on Wings related.
Guys, we're gonna get Zio to buy that Daybreak driver with the complete binder of cards.
Oh my god!
Or just a binder of cards.
It's still gonna have multiples of Ant Troopers. Watch.
Yep.
They'll find a way. Everything. Oops! All Ant Troopers.
I'm buying everything.
Flaming Hot Edition.
I'm gonna go buy a bunch of Gavon stuff right now. We gotta fluff those numbers up. Let's cook the books a bit. Honestly, I would.
It's like I'd probably also end up buying something for I don't want to buy anything for Gavon, but it would be like the only way. It's like, here you go. Yeah. Now you got to buy this Gavon shit that you're shitting on.
I'd probably just finally cave in and buy the Pandora box from Build because, like, I don't like Build, but I like.
No, but you've been wanting that box for as long as I've known you.
Yeah, but I don't like that show. I don't like that show.
You still have been wanting that box for as long as I've known you. That is something that's been on your list of I gotta have it.
It has been. I gotta have it. I'm trying to think of what it had to be something from like Zio, honestly. But I have all the drivers. Yeah, but I don't like the show. I thought it was from a show we don't like.
It has to be something tied into it that you're not gonna like in your collection either.
Fine, anything from Gaim.
But you actually like Gaim.
I don't like any of the merch for it though. And Gaim is not even in the top 10. That's tough because I do like merch.
You got to buy all of Black Sun on Blu-ray disc.
Oh. Is that even a thing? Just buy like a bootleg of it? Like one of those bootlegs where they rip it to like DVD, Blu-ray?
The Malaysia releases that are on like eBay for $35. It's like literally $35 any season you want on Blu-ray or DVD.
I mean, I got that for like High School of the Dead back in the day.
Oh, I think I did too.
If it ends up being 2, then we all have to buy the Cosmic Fury Morpher. If it's exactly at 2, that's our punishment. Is like we all just got to buy the Cosmic Fury Morpher.
Go to check out. It's like, are you sure?
Australia.
It's like, yes, I'm sure. It's like, are you?
And we gotta wear it to the like the second we get it, we all just gotta rock it.
Wear it on stream. I'm just like, here it is.
Yep. Yeah, we got it.
Doesn't it interact with the show when you watch it on Netflix or something?
Yeah, it does.
Interact with the show.
Yeah, so it interacts with the show.
Oh, that's the worst. They all gotta buy Power Ranger reimagined figures.
Fuck, I'll do that.
Ones.
Gotta get all the
flip-head ones.
playmates. Yep.
I mean,
Speaking
I bought
of,
them all.
do we have anything? Are we gonna? Can we talk about the toy fair? Can we talk about those them figures?
Yeah.
I mean, we can. We got time.
We got some time. So, I don't have a link.
I don't know.
The reimagined toys season 2. We're getting season 2. We're getting the Thunder Megazord, aka the Dyrano.
Hold on, let me see if I can find.
But we're also getting something that I won't say just yet because I don't know if Zio is aware of it, but it will surprise him. Because I don't know if he knows even if this crossover exists.
Which one?
Is the Kaiju Rangers that I see the first thing pop up?
That's even better than the Kaiju Rangers.
Yeah. Is it the Zilla?
It's the Zilla.
I need a price, box art, and a release date because that thing is like 13 inches tall.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
It's
So I'm on this
TokuNation.
Man, this site looks like it's something out of the like out of the 90s. Given how TokuNation. Fuck no. I'm on greenranger.com.
What?
Yeah. I know about that site.
And I'm like, wow, this is quite a layout you got here.
Maybe go to TokuNation.
But then I went here, and then like if I click on these, it'll actually go to like the toy.
TokuNation has a full breakdown and all the images, like a photo gallery.
Yeah,
they just hit left and right to go through. Dude, the box art on those, so good.
I saw this, I was like,
yes,
that's the hell is that?
I need it. It's from so the MMPR versus Godzilla is on their 3rd run right now. This is from the 2nd run, but I want the Kaiju Megazord. I thought it was getting a 3rd book already. I thought the 3rd book was already going on.
No, it's not out yet that I know of.
No, there's no Godzilla MMPR.
Did you leak something you shouldn't have leaked?
Shh. Delete the recording.
I mean, there's some things that I can't talk about, but yeah.
I know they got to me. Knock on my door and Ryan's just out there. No, I got to mix up. There's actually only Godzilla versus MMPR 2. I've just realized it's issue number 3.
Yeah, 3 is
I don't care about those. The only thing is the putties really quick. They have the old school style crash test dummy toys where you push the Z button and their head and their arms fly off. So I kind of want to get one. And that's
cool.
As I mentioned it in my video, and someone commented like, "You remember the crash test dummy toys?" I'm like, I'm turning 40 next week. Of course I do. Look at that. You should go on TokuNation. The photos are larger and in better quality. Actually, they took the TokuNation photos.
Oh,
because I know that MMPR Toy YouTube channel, they
man,
they had watermarks on theirs. Yeah, there's a Toy Arc ones. Yeah. Look at that.
What's with the face?
Yeah, so a lot of people are complaining about the size of the face on it, but
that covers the whole face. It's like
I want it for the individual Zords.
I'll probably get the non-electronic one, the non-combinable one.
Yeah. Oh, did they say they were doing one that was already?
Yeah, I believe so. Didn't you say there were?
I know there's one for the first one. I wasn't sure if they were, and I said if they do the electronic one, I don't really want the one that's all because I want it tight uncombined. Yeah. They didn't even give Zach a good lineup. I will say I do have to get King Sphinx because I have every King Sphinx figure that's ever been released.
Nice.
For a second, I thought they gave Adam literally the same hair as Zach. They just changed the face.
Yeah, the melanin in the face real quick. But yeah, if you look at the out of the box, it's so that's pretty neat for the Z action one. That
looks terrible.
Yeah,
the Aisha one is
that's
the
gross.
face.
I said that each one looks like it's an action figure from the movie Smile. That's just that is. The Zed's pretty decent.
Why does Zed have like the Jay Leno chin going on? Like,
I think it's just the angle
like
it's on.
Yeah, I also think that was like almost like the
he got
version
a
of the
big
Zed
smile.
when he returned in Dino Fury. Like, let's just make him a little bulkier and weird. That's a horrible.
Oh my
face.
god. This does not look good.
I also have something that has been making the rounds online that I broke on a couple of days ago. But,
okay, there that is the electronic one because they have the mic wire going to it so you can hear the sounds on it. So that's the already formed to get. You can't take that one apart. That one
is
obviously a lot cheaper because for those of you who don't know, in the US for the first Megazord release, it was what, $20 per, so it was $100 to make the Megazord. But those things went on clearance in my area, so they were down to like $12 each. I still think
and then there's also like interviews where they said that no retailer wanted the Dragon Zord as an exclusive.
Yeah, so there, and I hate that people were making clickbait saying no one wanted to carry it. No one wanted it as an exclusive, so they chose not to release the Dragon Zord. The Tiger Zord is going to be Walmart at first, and they didn't show the Tiger Zord at all. They didn't show the Dragon Zord either. I would get the Tiger Zord. I would get the Thunder Megazord. But the reason why I actually made a video about this is because I think this is important because we're actually getting season 2 of MMPR, not just season 1 like we always get. Like,
no, well, I think Playmates has the entire. I think Playmates has the entire MMPR license for the toys. I don't know if they have any other seasons beyond that, but from what I've heard, it's just MMPR.
Yes, but I'm hoping because it's 10 MMPR, we can get into, if it goes into Zeo or Turbo. I want Alien Rangers. I want the Thunder. I want the Shogun Megazord. Like,
same.
I want Pure Midas. I want Serpentera. Like, give us a re-release of those things.
No Serpentera in this lineup for season 2 is baffling.
I know. Do you know how much?
God, I just had to get a Serpentera. Looks like you could tell he's just upside down breakdancing.
Yeah. So everyone was making fun of this, how it was displayed in the box, and I was like, "Yeah, that is
he's just breakdancing."
Yeah.
God, this is so fucking bad.
I think because at first I thought maybe that was like a clip that you can take off of the bottom of it. That's just how they display it. So that red little clip isn't there in the middle, but it's like I'm not keeping it in dragon form. I'm keeping it like that, like
in warrior mode.
Or I'm gonna combine it because I have my Dyrano over here on top of my Daimugin. So I was like, I want it next to it like that in the Megazord form, so I can have like a whole shelf of.
Oh, I hate that the chest has holes in it.
I think that's because you can put little figures of the Rangers in there.
So they have.
Show.
Listen,
you know what would tell me if they release a Serpentera?
That's what I'm.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, why do we get a Serpentera?
Get a Paramidas as well. I mean, also, I know they're going to season 2. It's like no, what's his name? Titanus. Like, we're gonna skip Titanus.
Yeah, but we need Dragon Zord as well, so that way we can form the Titanic Swarm.
Yeah, the full. I will have
full
that on
form.
display soon because I have the clear color ones for all 3 of those on the way right now. It's gotten held up in shipping.
Yeah, no, I don't think I'm
just
going to buy
excited.
this. I just looking at this alone, this shot here completely unsells me.
Mm.
Well, don't forget, it's not for us.
Yeah. Then Playmates isn't really focusing on a collector's market.
It's like, because my younger nephew's
Yes,
just
so
now started
I'll like it when they
watching
bring out
so
the
they'll
show
like
that kids can watch, thus they would know like why they're seeing these on toy shows.
The Reignition is getting a season 2. It's coming in on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah, and anyone actually watching it? How's the views for it going?
My nephews watched season 1. One's 5 and one just turned 9, and they are eating that shit up like candy. They love it.
Let me go to the Power Rangers YouTube channel to see their Reignition playlist. Because they just re-upload a lot of songs.
Oh, these are the worst. Okay, these are the worst. These are all blind box things. Like, and I'm mad because I don't care about the plushie keychain things. Everyone does those. But those figures, I want to know what inside the cardboard box looks like because it's shaped like a morpher, and I want to know if there's a plastic morpher inside of that box or if it's just a cardboard box. Because my thing was like,
box.
They should have made it like, because I remember when they did the
Money.
weird Power Ranger like Polly Pocket things. I thought they were gonna do something cool like that. But I think it's at least they're doing something different. I hate that they're on blind boxes and that the Zords are the same size as the Rangers though. And with my luck, I'm not gonna get King Sphinx. I'm just gonna get a bunch of pterodactyls.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it sucks about the Pink Ranger's leg getting twisted like that, but man.
Yeah, it happens.
I know it's just the angle, but I mean, the way that is, it's like, ooh, that leg.
But I'm at least
see. Look, I really like these little
I feel like
Zords though. Like, look at that.
They're neat.
Yeah.
But my issue is, I'm not gonna get those. I bet I'm gonna get freaking all the putties. That's what I'm gonna get.
Just get them when they get clearance out for $2.
Oh yeah, they go out Dollar General or Dollar Tree or 99-cent only.
Or if you got an Ollie's,
clear them all out. I don't. I don't. I wish I had an Ollie's. I have Ross's though, and that's where I got a Lord Zed helmet for like $25.
Yeah, I keep saying like stuff on sale at Ross's like dirt cheap, like every now and again.
Yeah, I got. Oh, what did I get recently? I got a Transformer thing there with dirt cheap, but at least they're like. I feel like they wouldn't have released this much stuff if the first wave they did for Reignition was a failure. Because I can tell you when they set up all the,
it was a failure.
I mean, I want to see the sales figures for them.
Oh, Zio, look at that on the top left. That is a wearable helmet, not a mask, an actual helmet, by the way.
Wait, what?
The top left is a helmet.
But it's got
the
holes on the visor.
Yes, to see through it, but it's a full helmet kids can wear, back and everything. The other ones that are right there for everyone else are just
I see those at Walmart.
Yeah,
they're like
but apparently they're gonna do either green or white is also gonna get a full wearable helmet. And then not displayed, they are doing Saba as well, an electronic Saba.
I regret not getting the Lightning Collection helmets.
I got the Red Ranger one on clearance at a Barnes and Noble, which was really random. It was just there in their collectibles area. But like the price point of these for kids, because we don't know the full price point, but I've seen the masks. But out here, when they put the Reignition displays up at Walmart, they were cleared out. And I even asked them, like, "Oh, you didn't put the stuff out? It's just a display." They're like, "No, we had the stuff up. It got cleared out in like 3 days." And I was like, "Oh, the adult, like, no, it was kids."
Well, the thing is, I feel like it depends on the market. You are in California, so
yes, I am in.
I can tell you here in Georgia, nothing.
No.
Wow, the prices have skyrocketed for this on Amazon Australia. The blue one is like $600, and the Draken one is close to $500 on Amazon Australia. I think that's because of like limited printing.
Yeah. Yeah, because you don't get full pieces like we do. So,
like, the thing is, I wasn't interested in the Lightning Collection helmets when they were coming out. I thought they were cool. I just didn't get them because where I was living at the time. But now I want them. Now I regret not getting them.
Hit up Stickosaurus. His Sentai helmets are
true. That's true.
And for the price of a Blue Ranger one, I'm sure you can get at least.
You gotta have them so you can take them to the convention so they can get signed.
Yes. But like all these things, like the Morpher, like I saw the Morpher in person. I played with those and this and that.
Like that is a dinky blade compared to like this is larger than that.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got the one they released several years back. So
yeah, I have the Legacy one, and then I have the original, like I guess I'll call it Bandai release, like the '93 Blaster. That's like I said, like these are for kids to play with. Like I'm not gonna buy these like that stuff like this and display it when I have Legacy stuff. But I do think it's cool that we are getting stuff from season 2 because we don't get. When's the last time we got anything from season 2? Like any, when's the last time we got the Thunder Megazord? I don't even think that got a Legacy release.
No. Thunder Megazord from Hasbro got like the VHS like basic figures.
I know that the Tiger Sword definitely did.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, but I just am like, okay, so already Playmates Toys has released more variety than Hasbro really has, not including the Lightning Collection, because Hasbro ain't done shit. And those Godzilla crossover ones look really good. It's actually the next article after that one on the main page. If you want to see up close for those, I will say definitely lack some detail on them, but they look really cool, and they come with the Kaiju power coins as a display stand that they sit on. So each one comes with one of those coins and accessories. So I even showed my wife, and she's like, "Those are cool." And she like her favorite Kaiju is Mothra, so she's like, "Are you gonna get the Mothra one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna get the whole set, but I'm also gonna get that 13-inch Godzilla. So I hope you're ready for 13 inches of Zilla."
I don't like any of these.
I think it's because you haven't read the comic. The comic is actually really good. I'm actually
but these figures ain't shit. Like they don't do.
Well, I know it's still Playmate Toys. Like they're not making.
So they're making toys for a property that is existing in comics that they know children aren't reading those comics.
No, the Godzilla technically Power Rangers is selling really good. It's been selling the first one, and this one sold really well.
Yeah, but I'm still like, this is a toy line meant to appeal to a demographic that's reading the source material, and the source material is more available towards the older demographic than. Once again, it doesn't make sense on where.
Well, I know I get like so kids would watch the show, whereas I get it more adults read comics now, especially obscure ones, than kids do. But the TMNT Power Rangers one sold really well. The any Power Ranger crossover ones, the only ones that didn't sell well were the Karate Kids, whatever crossover ones they did. Fuck. Those did not sell well because all of those were clearanced within like not even 2 months. I like the coins. I'll probably get these just because it'll go with my Kaiju stuff over there. Off screen. The Rodan one.
Nothing I see myself spending money on.
I'll probably get the individual Zords for the Thunder Megazord. I'll get all the Godzilla line stuff, but I don't know if I want to risk the blind boxes to get the little Zords. I'll wait until I'm Mercari, and people are like, "Oh, look, I don't want the Zord," and like, I'll get them that way. It also depends on the price point of all this stuff because that hasn't been fully released. I know what, March is when the start of some of the stuff, because they're not releasing all the Godzilla ones at once.
Yeah, it's in waves. So it's red, green, and blue first, and then it's pink, yellow, and black.
Plus, I'm like, for some of these, I can just 3D print what I want. I mean, there's enough people that just make 3D prints of toys where you just do one-shot print, and then it's all there. You just got to paint it. Started doing that with some weapons. As you can see in the back, I printed out a Agito's flame sword. And it's actually bigger than the CSG Garo cannon.
I know. I need to set up my 3D printer, but I don't know where.
I just put mine in the living room because it's that big. So
I know, but I have cats, and one of them is like very nosy, like for everything that makes noises.
So I mean that's the better thing to do is just 3D print some of these things, and then it's just like I'll just paint stuff, get good at painting. See how some of this stuff goes, because otherwise it's like well, these toys are all right, but I've seen some people create some pretty interesting Power Rangers collab stuff in some of these. There was one. Let me see if I can find it real fast. There was one thing that I saw the other day that just threw me off, but I guess it's from the TMNT crossovers.
Okay.
Is it the White Ranger related thing?
No, it is.
So it's from the toy line, or
let me.
Oddly enough, I see the toy line stuff. Like I saw some at Ross's, but then I also saw them at Book Off. Like a lot of people sold theirs.
It's this.
Oh, I don't think that came from the TMNT.
Okay,
no,
well,
that's
this is a 3D print statue.
I think that's the ones that don't say
Beast Power. I would print that. I don't know why. I feel like
this is going to be like your Raphael statue that you want to get printed.
The full size one, the 1-to-1 scale. I want to print that so bad. Like, I still have it bookmarked. I go back and look at it every once in a while, and I'm like, Raphael from the freaking TMNT live action movie. Also, TMNT's Secret of the Ooze is for its anniversary is returning to theaters in 4K and IMAX for 1 week only in March, starting on the 13th. Nice. Go see it if you can. Everybody in chat, please, because that's a great movie.
Like I would always just be browsing what next big 3D print I could make, and then I'll just see what they have there. Oh, they've got a Legend of the White Dragon helmet 3D print available.
Oh boy.
Can make my own before the actual thing comes out. I'll just do my own with blackjack and hookers.
I mean, at this point, I don't blame you.
Yeah. Hold on, I'll take my wife's home. Let me go grab some groceries.
So it's like always got to have all those 3D prints handy. I mean, I'm reprinting out my thighs now, which is why, like, for some people looking at the background and seeing what that is, this is the chest piece for the thighs SIC again, but printed out as one singular piece because I've got a larger 3D printer, but it is the flexible plastic filament. Nice. So it's not hard. I can actually like move it around, and I'm trying to rig up the LEDs in there before painting it, which is another thing. Nice little thing to do when I had no water in the house. So that was a fun thing. And someone asking about thoughts on Goes Uger. That already happened. We already did that.
Catch the replay.
That was like
but I
a
have some
cool thing.
Power Ranger news I posted in private chat. So I don't know if you're aware of this, but the Power Rangers Prime comic is ending in April. And in June, right away, we are getting another Mighty Morphin Power Rangers reboot comic because the Boom Studios comics has hit their 10th anniversary. So they're rebooting it again. They're relaunching the comic again. It is what it is. But we have some very interesting new takes on the design.
All right, let me close out of these and then share.
You could say they're the Evo sponsored Power Rangers in a way.
They're Valen's head from Gabu. They got the chocolate head.
Yep, that's one of the comment as well. It's been Valen's head.
Yep. So they just took the diamond design and was like, 2 more. Everybody gets 2 more.
Which, when the diamonds on the Dual Ranger suit meant to be like dinosaur teeth or something like that when you line them up together?
I guess. I don't know. I barely watched Dual Ranger.
Dual Ranger suits in general, like the diamonds on those chests. But yeah, they're the new suits. It's been very controversial. Mostly because, it's Mighty Morphin once again, and people aren't a fan of the designs.
Yes, because it is just Mighty Morphin again. And they really should just do something to update the designs Like, if they're going to do it, at least update the designs dramatically. Because this just looks like, all right, we are just slightly tweaking it. It's like when someone gets the Green Lantern fit and then they like slightly tweak it a little bit from the last Green Lantern. That's how this looks like.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like a full on change, especially in the helmets. The helmets are virtually the same.
Yeah.
And I don't know what's going on with their belts. Did they change their transformation device?
I honestly don't know at this point. Like, we just have an image and we know who's writing the comic and who's working on the comic artist-wise. Ed Dukeshire, the letterer, says we're all in for a surprise, but we'll see.
Yeah, the more I look at the suits, the more it just is reminding me of the Lantern Corps. And it's probably because of the off color that's on the chest going up.
Yeah.
Definitely giving me some Green Lantern vibes on that. If they at least gave him some armor parts or something like that.
It kind of looks like it in the upper area, neck on their shoulders, where you've got the different shade of colors.
But since it meshes so well with their muscles, it really just looks like it's just part of the fabric mesh that they've got going on here. So it's nothing too crazy.
It's an interesting take on the suit, so I will say that. I don't have a lot of video ideas, so I just might make a video where I just read everyone's tweets reacting to this.
The thing that's throwing me off right now is, so I'm looking at the Black Ranger's helmet, and for some reason, the upper parts of the helmet look like cat ears, even though I know it's supposed to be a mammoth. So
I'm looking at it now and I can't unsee it.
Yeah, like it just looks like cat ears, and it's throwing me off so much.
The Pink Ranger helmet, maybe it's just the angle, but the helmet kind of looks like the movie helmet with the how it's sort of like curving. I could be wrong.
God, it's not. But I can't unsee those cat ears.
Yeah.
He's Black Panther. That's it. That's what they were trying to do. They made the Black Ranger the Black Panther with horns.
Finally.
So now you can't can't unsee that. It's Wakanda forever.
Yeah.
Which suddenly I just got so I was on a thread like yesterday, and someone was asking about like what's the worst recent memory movie posters that you have seen.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if I can find this. It just said, go into the quick potluck before we end the stream as Mark is
Bringing in the
groceries
shopping.
in.
Yeah, I'm back.
It's back. We were just talking about the new comic designs that I posted.
Yeah,
earlier.
I know. I saw. I had the headset in. I could hear the whole time. I was like,
Okay.
I know. It is intriguing. I don't know.
Not a fan of the writer who's working on it.
I know, because that was the same one who did Beyond the Grid, right?
Beyond the Grid, and that's either you either love the arc or you don't, or you just like the Solar Ranger designs.
The Solar Ranger designs are all right. I literally got those issues and did not read most of them. I don't know. Once the main run ended, I kind of was like, all right, I don't need any more Power Ranger comic books.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'll cover it. I'm the only one covering Power Ranger comics on YouTube.
I noticed. You really are, honestly. You're the only one who stuck with it.
I made that joke on like Legacy of Nerds comment for it, saying like I'm like the only one who covers the comics, and someone said, "No, you're not." I was like, "Right, I'm the only good one who covers the comics."
So I saw this get posted up in this. So I was on a forum, and they were like asking about like what's the worst movie posters of the last like 10 years, and I saw this poster, and the thing that got me was when I scrolled down, I just fucking lost it. And I just could not stop laughing. Yes, this is a real poster.
Because I know, obviously, the character, but I didn't know he got a character poster for that movie.
He got a character poster.
It's just the face
we're not that far away from the whole Ryan Gosling.
The face that he's making, that's the thing. Yeah. It's like I was scrolling down, so I just saw the face first, and then I scrolled down, and the second I saw Wakanda Forever, I just lost it. I fucking died laughing.
It's like I'm Ron Burgundy, but he's like Wakanda Forever.
There has to be the IMAX version of the poster, like the big blown up one.
It's like, oh my god. Like that is the shit that just made me fucking die laughing yesterday. It was just scrolling, seeing this, and I was like, okay. And then just seeing Wakanda Forever. And I laughed for like 2 minutes straight. That shit was too funny.
I'm gonna find it.
I can't think of any funny movie posters.
It's the best movie poster ever.
I mean, there's some notoriously bad movie posters over the years, but yeah, like out of the last like 10 or so years, it's like, yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, that's up there. That's a good one. I like that one. I'm literally gonna find that poster now. You'll see it on the wall right there.
you gotta frame it up, but you gotta do like how they did with the Thunderbolts poster, where they put the black tape over like what's under the asterisk.
Oh yeah, we're peeled away.
Yeah, you just peel it away. It's just like Wakanda Forever.
Wakanda. Oh, that'd be great.
That's the poster of all time.
That is a poster.
I'll probably put that like in the background. That's gonna replace that poster back there. I'm just gonna put them just have that there. Cool. We got anything else to talk about?
Change your TV to the motion graphic posters they have, and it's just that with him moving.
Yeah, yeah. All right. So anything else?
Not that I can think of.
Random concern, dude. Yeah, he's just gonna be.
Yeah. I'll probably talk later about it after after the stream. But your favorite number one want to collab guy hasn't shown up in a while.
Oh. Okay. All right. Anything chat wants us to discuss before we move on over to just closing out the night?
Yeah.
And then I start pounding the brewskis. Not like I haven't already.
Just
look, I was sober for like a week because I was sick. So I was like, nah, drinking. That was the most I'd been sober.
Jeez.
Like drink time. Got to get it in before the baby comes out. So then I got to really be super parent.
Yeah.
All right. We got nothing. Cool. Chad's been silent. The viewership had dipped down. I know at one point we raised up to like 60 and then dropped back down. So I was like, I don't know what was going on for that one, but cool.
No one wanted 13 inches of Godzilla.
Yeah.
They saw reignition. They're like, I'm out.
Yep. It ain't hot and fresh from the kitchen.
Nope.
Yeah.
How long do y'all have left until the baby is born? She's due in early June.
Oh, you got time.
Yes. The date they gave us was like June 15th, but you know, it never ends up being the date. She'll
Watch
pop up earlier
that day. Watch it be that day exactly.
I don't know. It's hard for a baby to stay the full 9 months, like exactly. So I'm hoping it's going to be a birthday baby, meaning she's going to pop out during my birthday. Then I can actually remember my birthday. The 6th or the 7th. Oh, 6, 7 of the month.
All right, let's shut this whole shit down.
Yeah.
Shut it down. Just shut it down.
Now you're too old for this shit?
I've always been too old for that shit.
When we got to the 6, 7 of it all.
Yep, that's where I'm like, nope. All right. I'm Danny Glovering this.
Listen, I've got a 7-year-old, so it's always going to be
Murtaugh. I'm too old for this one.
Yeah, I mean, even in that, we did have Agent 6 with Agent 7 there. So we had the 6, 7. So it's all there.
So yeah, what you got going on, Hash?
Me, I did post this on Instagram. I got the 4K remaster of Ringu and the audition.
I saw that.
I've yet to watch them.
I have heard of Hot Toys. Hot Toys?
What toys?
They're so expensive.
They are very expensive. We did talk about them back when they were making the Black Sun toys.
Mm-hmm. I think they did Shin Kamen Rider after that.
They did Shin Kamen Rider as well.
And those are definitely some hot toys.
I know someone who collects them and has most of the MCU related ones in like 4D tops, and I'm like,
God.
That's like a car and a half, almost 2 cars worth of Hot Toys, and they bought them on release directly from them, and a few of them they got from Big Bad Toy Store with that markup too. And I was like, oh my! I was like, that Bleeding Edge armor Iron Man alone was like over 500. And I was like,
ooh.
Even got the Captain America
that would be Toku right there. It's just like, I bought 10 Hot Toys. I'm not gonna tell you the price, but I'm just gonna say I automatically win. Like that's it.
Well, not you don't even 10, dude, like 7 or 8 of them, depending on which ones, because they also released the
6 or 7
for Shin Kamen Rider. Son of a bitch.
All right. Well, Mark crashed out. We already asked Ash what he's got going on.
Slightly.
So
me, what have I got going on? I guess just no, there's been no Power Ranger comics or bumps, so no comic reviews. I guess I'll maybe review Gabon episode 2, depending on how I feel. But yeah, I'll probably just play Fortnite after this because Dino Thunder's in Fortnite now.
Well, a lot of stuff going on in that there Fortnite.
Yep. Yeah. Nope. Gotta play that Dragon Quest 7.
I'm playing, even though I got Dragon Quest 7. Literally, Jedi Survivor has been taking most of my attention.
Yeah.
It's surprisingly engaging.
The worst is Fire Red and Leaf Green are going to Switch next Friday.
Oh yeah.
$20.
Yeah, I'm still gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it regardless.
No, I've already pre-ordered. I pre-ordered Fire Red.
And Resident Evil Requiem comes out that day too.
Yes, I get paid next week, so that's.
And then that Pokemon, like Animal
Crossing. But Xenoblade Chronicles X got that.
Yes, 4K, I saw that. They emailed me. They emailed me about it, and I was like, "Gotta update it."
Yep,
I have to dive into that.
$5. I did pay for that. I just haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, I haven't checked it out either.
It's a pay update. It's not if you already own it.
Yeah, if you already own Xenoblade Chronicles X, it's only a $5 upgrade.
Yeah.
Huh. So it's not.
Otherwise, it's $65 to get the full game with the Switch 2 version.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, 60 frames per second, then 4K on that game. That game's already like one of the best looking Switch 1 games. So
yeah, I know, and I'm like, now I'm waiting for them to like update like all the Xenoblades.
Yep, I will buy the Switch 2 versions of all of them because I got them all. So 2 definitely needs it though. I'll probably replay 2 if they do that because 2 was the first Switch 2. Well, I mean Switch 1 game. And that was like
the first year of the
so
Switch.
Rough.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Mark, you got anything?
I did videos about the Power Ranger toys for reimagining. I just did the review for SMP Time Shadow. I have to work my Gavon video, but I don't know. I kind of have been liking not reviewing Toku shows. That's been a lot, and that's been a rather pressure. Plus, I mean, I have the Batar belt coming in. I've got 2 more boxes of SMP stuff. So it's like, do I need to review the show, or can I talk about the Batar belt more? I think I'm going to talk about the Batar belt. I think that's what I'm going to make a video on. Because my tracking just got updated for when I'm going to get it delivered. And I'm like, it'll be just in time
let me see when if they've updated mine.
Mine got updated an hour ago, which is weird because that's like 11 p.m. there. So I don't know how.
They did. They literally updated at like an hour and a half ago for me too.
Yeah. So I'm like,
I guess that's when they like it just dumped it at the like USPS.
Yeah.
Mine is due Thursday.
Yeah, mine's. So we will have them Friday to show off our.
Yeah, we'll just be there rocking fidget spinners.
Hell yes.
I already got a Daiza set aside for. I already have a Daiza set aside for it.
I will have nothing, and my God, it's already like raining hella hard over here. Cool. All right,
that's what's been all week here.
Well, I can't wait for another few years, then we'll have a Kamen Rider number 67, 67th anniversary of Kamen Rider.
I hate you. Slightly. Not fully. Not with my full chest. Just a little bit of hatred. I know what you're doing.
Just like 12 more years. Going get up in there. Kamen Rider 67. Hopefully the franchise is dead by then.
Imagine they canceled Kamen Rider. That's at the 60th anniversary to put Super Sentai back.
What's going to replace Kamen Rider? It's Sentai. And how do they replace it? Oh, we're going to do what Zio Agito recommended. Every member has their own changer, kind of like a Kamen Rider. So it's like, I can't believe it's not Kamen Rider, but it's Sentai now. And it's like, oh.
They're all going to belt. They're all going to, it's Super Sentai with belt changers.
Yep. It's like, we can do it now because a writer's dead. This is how we bring Sentai back. Written by Yuya Takahashi.
Okay.
And I'll just be like, monkey's paw wish. There we go. All right, cool. Since we didn't make it to the 3-hour mark, but we did start 30 minutes later. But it is now storming really badly outside. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because I'm right by my window anyway. So all I hear is that hard rain. So we're leaving it there. So until next time.
Bye.
Bye.